Hey everybody, welcome to the Tournament of Champions podcast. Hey, all right, we're back. And this week, suddenly go low key.
Wow, yeah, that's good.
That's
very... took me for a ride.
Pull it back. Pull it back a little bit.
So this week we're going to talk about some things out there that are really exciting. Hey, we're talking about TV shows that are coming out in the future. They're coming to the future.
Year 2000.
Yep. These TV shows, most anticipated 2000 TV shows.
Awesome. It's good.
We can't wait
for this. Way to go, Conan.
This show. I heard about the show Firefly coming out. I hope it's good. Sounds like it's got legs.
Is
Maybe.
it?
Yeah.
Is it coming out? They're rebooting that?
No.
Did I miss news?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, breaking news on this show. My sources that totally exist, don't worry about it, have told me that Firefly's coming back. I just know these things. I'm friends with Joss.
Don't fact check that.
Do not fact check that. Don't ask Joss. I call him Jossie. We're really tight.
It was when you were consoling him about all the Justice League hate.
Right.
And he just confided in you. Yeah. Makes sense.
Do you bleed?
Oh my God!
They say that line again in the movie. That's why.
You know
no,
what?
They don't.
Can we just get this out of the way? Justice League is completely Joss Whedon's fault, right? Is that
Yeah,
are we on that side of the fence?
Yeah. Yes, 100%.
I didn't know there were any other options.
Yeah, that's the only way.
I mean, they did change the name of the movie to Justice League. So
Justice League.
Let me just say, first off, that's great. That's a fucking great joke.
That's great.
That's fucking a great joke. Second off, if I hear I want the Snyder cut of this movie one more time, I will crucify that person. Just FYI. Metaphorically.
Fair.
Like a front
Fair.
Not like, yeah, literally.
I'll buy my ticket to that right now. One ticket for the crucifixion, please.
I'm
All right.
I'm so tired of man. It's such a fucking what a bad hill to die on, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Like
So, of course, we wouldn't be who we are without throwing shade DC in the opening minutes of our podcast. I am Jeff Widman. I'm one of three, obviously, white dudes on this podcast that are really excited about nerdy shit. And you guys can, say hello.
I'm Kyle, and I'm here to talk about nerdy shit and TV. Woo! Is this like AA? What is this?
Yeah.
Hi, Kyle.
And I like nerd shit. Yeah.
Well, I'm JD, and I'm actually not white, so I hate to throw that
you're
kicker
not?
out there.
Well, this entire time, I haven't seen a single picture of you. This has just been done by voice.
I know. I've been throwing people off with
should
the...
be.
with the white
that's a
voice,
long
but...
con for you, yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Really
I'm
is.
I'm
Con.
actually not JD from high school. I'm some other guy. I don't know how the fuck.
That's what's funny is like we
long.
wouldn't know. Ever since you stopped doing it at Jeb's house, we would have no idea if that's really you or not. So you're right.
That's true. Somebody just does a really good impression of that guy.
Sure.
Whatever. But yeah, I am that guy. Sorry, I am that guy. I lied. I am that guy.
Oh, okay. Well, thank God. Sorry. I thought we had somebody else. All right.
Took you on a journey there.
We are talking about most anticipated 2018 TV shows. A lot of these are going to be like new. It's new blood for television. Last year was pretty fucking loaded in that regard. I had like just nothing but like new shows. I had to cut back honorable mentions. It was a crazy year. This year kind of had to look and kind of had to break some rules. Some of these shows I picked were like announced this year or in 2017, that is. And they didn't really kind of tell us, hey, they're coming out in 2018. They didn't say anything about that. I basically just said, oh, well, they make TV really fast. And it's true. They turn around television shows super, super quick. They cast it really quickly. And it just depends on the network and the resources they have and stuff like that. How urgent it is that they get the show out. Because I remember Inhumans, the cast being announced for that. And then it was like, oh, we're shooting right now. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, wait, we're a TV show.
I mean, they turned Stranger Things 2 around in a year,
Right.
Like, really quickly, and it didn't feel rushed or anything.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And, by the way, that got renewed today.
Can I just say,
surprise of the cinch.
Didn't that already get renewed? And wasn't it renewed for weren't they already talking about 5 seasons? Like, why is this news?
I'm sure the creators were, but I don't know.
Sure, the creators, but like it's officially picked up for 3.
Yeah,
I guess that I get it. This seems like no doubt news to me, but that's fine.
Yeah, it does seem like no news because it's like every headline was like no shit.
Yeah.
Of course, they got the one of the main shows that's working on Netflix.
Yeah, right.
Not that a lot of them aren't. It's just that one's like a staple for Netflix.
Right.
Yeah, one
I
without
no
a
molesters on that one
person.
also, so that's good.
Yeah, so far, knock on wood. Knock on fake wood, because all I got is fake wood around me. All
Fake.
right, including my wiener, because it's huge, huge dick. Trust me. All right, so this episode, Kyle goes first with his number 10. Oh, sorry, I didn't tell everybody. We're going to give you our top 10 most anticipated TV shows, and just 10 only. No tournaments. So the next 3 episodes... What?
Of 2018, right?
Yes, exactly. The next 3 episodes, including this one, of course. So, like, this episode and then the next 2, it's all about hype for next year. So, just let everybody know. There's no tournaments because it's kind of pointless. It's like, yeah, we're most excited for that one, obviously. I mean, you know, whatever, move on. And also, there's just not enough time in the day. That would be like a 3-month commitment. To do tournaments for every single one of these things. But anyway, yeah, Kyle, you can start with your number 10. Sorry, I had to inform.
No, that's totally fine. My number 10 is going to be really lackluster because I really don't know much about it other than that it's a really, really, really famous like comic book property. But it's Cloak and Daggers. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
You know, Oh,
wow.
Are we pushing?
Wow.
And I'll have to explain why. I'll let you know when I start my 10. But it's
really?
a push.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is fascinating.
It's more of a format issue rather than like I'm more excited. It's not that I'm more excited. It really probably would be my 10, but I'll explain.
Okay. That was an honorable mention for me. It wasn't on my list for a long time until I looked up other shows that just didn't really have a general release date, but were announced far back enough for me to be like, that could be ready by 2018. Yeah. And if they're not, then who cares? Because, you know, we're just more interested in keeping these lists fresh. And fresh! So I'm actually next, but I'm in the middle of typing out everybody else's lists.
Nice.
I don't know why. It's like just for me. I don't share these. It's like just for me to read and go, wow, we were really excited for that for no reason. All right. So my number 10, and you might have to cue the music. My number 10 is Roseanne.
Oh, well, we synxies.
That's
nice.
Yeah, I put that at
awesome.
10. I needed filler, and you guys were talking about it, and I had no idea this was a thing.
That was at my number 10 forever, yeah.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, dude, just fucking Roseanne. Like, we all grew up on that.
Oh,
For
yeah,
sure.
100%. Like, me and my family, like, watch that all the time.
Yeah. That's me and my mom, yeah. My mom was my TV watching buddy. Like, we would just sit there and watch TV in the evening while my sister was, like, out doing sports and my dad was working and stuff like that, so...
Right.
A lot of great memories.
Was out
Family
sportsing.
matters, all that good
Sportsing.
stuff.
She was out sportsing, yeah.
It's funny because like I have a home video on my, which we just converted to digital. I didn't know you could do that shit. That's crazy. We have a home video from when I was 3 and my grandparents were in town and came to visit us after we moved here, like a year after we moved here, maybe even a few months. But I remember, like, there's at least a couple parts in the home video, which is a total of probably an hour and a half. What'd you do? Drop the laptop?
No, I hit the laptop, though.
Oh,
yeah.
You punched it. Jeff's talking about personal shit.
I've had a couple. Just leave me be.
This is a drunk cast, after all.
Yes, it is.
There's specific moments in the home video where my parents, my parents and my grandparents are like, especially my grandma, are quoting or talking about funny shit that happened on Roseanne. Nice. So I mean, it's
nice.
You know, this show moved through generations of families, like kids and adults, all ages could enjoy it and get something out of it.
Yeah, it was super low barrier to entry. You know, it's not like you had to like start from season 1, and that's how it was back then. You know, I feel like shows weren't really like you didn't have to catch it at the very beginning. You know, a lot of shows were like sitcom and stuff like that, so you could just catch it whenever you heard about it at the water cooler at work. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is one that I feel like everybody was watching, like all of America.
Yeah, there wasn't the like fucking dangerous amount of TV shows that there are right now.
Yeah.
In channels, you know, there's not FXXXXXX right now. Back then, it was like
is that F 8 X's or 9 X's? I'm not sure. I don't know if I get that one on Sling or not.
Whichever one it is, it's the one where It's Always Sunny airs on.
Okay,
it's like
it's the only one that matters.
A staple show to fucking
God, that was so confusing.
Yeah, the show that like pretty much saved our network. We're gonna move to a different network, you know, a spin-off network. What?
Backwards. But I was gonna say like in the 90s or whenever this aired, late 80s, early 90s, and then later on in the 90s. This show, it was part of like one of 4 networks available. It was like the main networks that you watched: Fox, CBS, NBC, ABC, and that was it. And this was on one of those channels. Basically, that was it.
Yep.
And then syndication started happening with TBS, and I remember watching reruns of that on TBS. But I'm mostly excited for it out of just morbid curiosity. How are they going to get out of the inevitable storytelling hole that they're in? Because
how did it end again?
The finale ended with Roseanne kind of. She was writing a book and kind of switched every character, or whatever. Like Becky was with somebody else, Darlene was with somebody else. Like they swapped spouses in her story. Dan had died. She like basically everything we were watching was like a fictional version.
Fabrication.
Yeah, Roseanne was writing it in a book, and the real life version is just much sadder and shit. I don't know how they're gonna dig their way out of that. It's honestly like it sounds insane to me. But you also
I don't remember that at all, and that sounds fucking amazing. That sounds like a great ending.
Yeah, people were mixed on it. I remember in my household and just in general, like hearing adults talk
it's a
about
bummer
it.
ending. It sounds like.
Yeah, it's a giant bummer ending, especially the Dan dying part was like, whoa,
Right.
whoa, what?
That was my biggest objection coming back. I'm like, he's coming back. But
He is
how?
coming. He's attached. He's attached to the show. He's coming back, and which is crazy because he's been all over the map with movies since the show stopped airing.
Yeah.
He's literally
Huge.
Figured
He
he'd
put
be-
in like the performance of his life like just a year ago with 10 Cloverfield Lane. So,
Oh my God, yeah.
like
God, that was
he
such a good
doesn't
movie.
need to do this if he doesn't want to.
And it looks like they have somebody. They have Roseanne producing it. I don't know who Bruce Helford is. I don't know if he was involved in the show before. But Whitney Cummings is helping doing the day-to-day oversight of the show as
good.
well.
I know.
I was
don't
wondering
have
why
this,
she was on set
hang
all
up
the
on
time.
her like a lot of people do in our generation. So I like Whitney. Cool.
I think she's funny. Norm
funny.
Macdonald said he has written for 8 of the episodes. That's my Norm.
I'm
Yeah, and again-
very, very excited about that.
Yeah. And just seeing a lot of the cast coming back, especially like people that have gone on to do successful things like John Goodman. Laurie Metcalf was in Lady Bird, which is getting all the fucking buzz right now around like award season and stuff like that.
Is she the mom in that movie?
She's the mom in that movie, yeah.
Oh wow, that is her. Oh my
She
god.
is so good.
Yeah,
in that
she's in what, like Scream 2? Isn't she the mom?
Yeah, she is. She plays spoilers. Plays one
Liv
of the killers.
Schreiber's.
Oh,
Yeah.
Billy
Oh,
Loomis's mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're bringing
Oh my
Sarah
God!
Chalk back, who played Sarah Chalk. Of course, we all affectionately know and love as Elliot, but she started as a recast for Becky, and she's playing a different role in the revival.
That would have
I
been
don't know
a
how
really
it's gonna
good
work.
Get out of
He had to
here.
do it,
What? I didn't. What the
She's
fuck?
a
You're
dead
blowing my
ringer for
mind
Becky.
right now. God, I had no idea. I didn't know that. I haven't seen this finale apparently. So, and if I have, I don't remember it because I think I would remember all this shit. So.
And the guy who played Becky's husband died in 2002.
Oh.
Man, that's crazy. I barely remember him, honestly, though. I remember Johnny Galecki mostly
Yeah.
with Darlene, and they're coming back. And even Galecki is working around his Big Bang Theory schedule to come back for the show.
Dude,
So that's going to be
good.
cool.
Good.
Yeah, I'm excited as fuck for. I mean, he's coming back for like one episode, but still, it's
Oh,
really
wow.
cool.
Galecki was everywhere back then, man. Wasn't he in one of our Christmas movies that we watched recently?
I'm pretty sure he was in like Gremlins. I
No.
questioned it
that's,
as it came
that's,
out of my mouth.
that's Feldman.
Oh,
That's
Christmas!
Feldman
Oh,
in
he was
Gremlins.
Rusty. He was, Christmas Vacation.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Oh my
That's
god,
right.
he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
blown your mind a lot.
Shit! Yeah.
In
oh
the
my
first
God.
15 minutes.
Well, yeah. Drunk Kyle is very like impressed all the time. Apparently.
This show
Whoa!
is, for those that don't know, coming to ABC, projected for mid-season 2018. So
Cool.
sounds like it'll be a summer show. But yeah, JD, you have it at your 10 too. And,
Yeah,
I assume you watched it the same way Kyle and I did, probably.
Yeah, with family. And I think if you like look back at all the kind of family sitcoms back then, they were the most real. Like I didn't know
Yeah.
a family like the Tanners or the Winslows or anything like that. That big kind of family. Full House was like the perfect family, but they weren't perfect. But it was fucking I don't know.
It was annoying.
It was just
It was like
Everyone
annoying.
with a mom
it
lived
was
in that house.
Fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, that dynamic doesn't exist. Like,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
right.
This
No,
one felt a little more
moms-
grounded. Like, I
Moms
felt
have
like
to
I had.
shut up. like
Yeah.
Roseanne does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had
All the time.
families like this
Like, all
in my
the time.
neighborhood, for real, and like mothers that were terrifying. Like, you don't fuck with her, and then
Yeah,
a dad
right.
that's on the couch just trying to drink his beer and stay alive.
And
Just-
I-
yeah, exactly.
Not get in the way.
Shout out to the Family Guy bit too about Roseanne, where Peter played Dan, and Roseanne is just going Dan, and he just goes
Dan.
It's like a long what?
Yeah, I remember that.
Because people would always like poke fun how you can't understand Roseanne sometimes or whatever.
Right.
I mean, I didn't have that problem as a kid, but
Yeah, I didn't either.
yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. Everybody's just assertive and like has their own aggressive, but not like too aggressive personality, and they're always clashing. Especially like Becky and Darlene and Roseanne and stuff.
Yeah.
They
But
had
it felt
an interesting
natural.
dynamic. Yeah, and 100% felt like something that we didn't really have rebellious teenagers in our household that much. But I mean, it felt like something that could have happened in your house. Like
Yeah.
they felt like real situations, like you were saying, which is a great point. So on all that justification, it should have been higher, honestly.
It
Yeah,
should have.
really, I feel really mad I didn't put this on my list now because I'm just
I
I really love that show.
I kept continuations or reboots at the bottom of my list and kept fresh new shows or new adaptations at the top. So that's why Cloak and Dagger is a little higher, because it's a ridge. So
That makes sense. I
Okay.
I like the way you organize that list. It makes sense. I do have one, actually two others that are revival-ish type of. Some of them are rule breaking. I'm going to be honest, but only a couple that you'll know because you've seen the show before. Like some that are similar in the same vein of Roseanne, but not nearly as long of a hiatus. But yeah, Kyle, you're next with your number 9 in that case.
I feel like we're gonna push this. It's Castle Rock.
Yeah, we're going to
Ooh, yeah, we're gonna push this fucking shit out of that.
Push that real hard.
Man, the trailer for that. Oh, man. Anyway, we'll get to it. Sorry. I'm next with my number 9. I might be the only one with this on my list. I don't know. My number 9 is Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan.
Ooh,
Wow.
I love
you
it.
guys.
Again,
Yeah.
falls
no frame of
victim to the
reference.
list format for sure.
I have
But yeah.
I have just a shit ton of shows that are coming back on my list. So I did not follow y'all's format. Just
Oh,
FYI.
it's totally fine. It's
Yeah.
look, we were going to talk about those shows anyway, so it's cool. And we're talking about the future of the show, mainly not the how it was this year or last year or whenever it last aired.
Yeah.
Exactly. So number 9 for JD then.
I put, and I think this is going to get pushed. I think True Detective at number 9.
That's
Yeah, it's getting pushed.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
That's one of the ones I was talking about that.
Yeah,
I broke a little bit of the rules for because it hasn't been on TV in like 2 years.
I'm keeping myself in the dark. I don't want the hype to ruin it for me, like
Right.
it did in season 2.
Right.
So
right.
I think
as
the
as
word
little
of
as
mouth
possible,
was,
please.
The word of mouth was so bad on season 2, I never even watched it. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, collectively, like, we hive-minded on that one. It was so weird. And I still haven't seen it. I may go back and watch it just to see if it's, like, not as bad as everyone says it is. But
I don't
like,
think I never thought.
I don't think
it
it's
was.
as bad as everybody says it is, and
Yeah.
there are a lot
That's
of
good.
redeeming aspects to it. Like,
Yeah.
Okay,
have you
well,
seen?
that's
I mean, Vince Vaughn is actually really good, and I think I haven't seen Cell Block yet, but like,
Oh my god, he's so
I-
good
Yeah,
in that.
it's on my dude. I got a wonderful end of 2017 like movie marathon.
oh, me too.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I got a lot of really amazing movies that are on my totally legal thing that I use.
Totally legal.
Yeah, exactly.
That's copyright.
Quite
That's
the playlist.
That's the name of the app that we get it from. It's totally legal.
It's totallylegal.com.
It says it in the name. It says it.
Just saying.
So that's cool. And for those that don't know, pushing is just saying that one of us has it higher in the list, so we can push the conversation further down the line. Just for those that are confused about why the fuck are we here in Salt and Pepper right now?
Yeah, our most anticipated TV show is Salt and Pepper Get a House.
Yeah,
And,
right. It's the new reality
they
TV
just-
show.
Yeah,
But get
exactly.
used to the pushing thing because it's going to happen the next 5 episodes. And this one, of course. So yeah,
It's my
mine.
gotta be
favorite.
ready.
I forget. We don't ever get to have it like multiple episodes in a row. So
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see how
This
time
is
goes.
fun. I
guys
love
wanna-
it.
You guys want to push it so I don't have to. My clicky finger gets a little worn out.
I'm sure it does.
It
sure
does. It's tricky, especially the further we go. Like I'm like, oh shit, I got to do this.
So I have a number that brings me to my number 8, by the way, and I have a number 8 that I'm super fascinated by. It's Waco.
Oh,
push that.
Oh wow, we're pushing it. Fuck
dude, that's
yeah.
super high on my list, man.
That's
That's
awesome.
pretty high. That's pretty high on my list too. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That trailer is so
Well,
good.
it's kind of high. It's not super high.
Oh, okay. Well, that's still good comparatively to me. So that brings us to shit. Did I fuck this up?
Yep, because I was supposed to
Yeah, I
take my
did.
number 8
Kyle, I
first.
skipped over Kyle, but whatever. It's fine. We did a Waco anyway. What's your number 8?
My number 8 is probably going to push. It's Maniac.
Yeah, it's getting pushed.
Okay.
We're all doing
All
it.
right.
Cool,
I need
cool.
to be educated on this. I don't know anything about it. So,
JD, what's your number 8?
Arrested Development is my
Oh, we're
number.
pushing
Push.
that. Yeah, you're
Come on.
Guys,
ridiculous.
list format.
I don't care. Yeah, your
Format.
list format messes with how numbers work.
No, it's compartmentalized.
Yeah.
It's compartmentalized. Okay.
I respect that you had a different format than we did.
I do
Because
too, but
it
you're
makes
throwing
it
me off,
interesting.
JD.
We're not talking quality here. We're just talking.
Because I cut in line. Kyle, you're next. Number 7.
It's Waco. It wasn't as high as I thought it was.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
we didn't know
Well,
you were
I
gonna
mean,
push.
yeah.
Oh, we're still pushing for JD. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're pushing
So my number 7 then. God damn it, JD's. I don't know how you're gonna have room for this further up your list, but Castle Rock is my number 7. What the fuck? There's only so many numbers in 10, dude.
I realize that. Yeah. I'm good.
Oh God.
All right, so what's your number 7, JD?
It is Westworld.
Oh, push that. Yeah,
Oh.
push that.
Which, okay, full disclosure, Westworld, if I were doing it like even seated, would probably be my number 2.
Oh,
Probably.
okay.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
because that's the best of my redos. Now I'm into original content or new content.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, you made them kind of equal then, which is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So that brings us back to Kyle. Hey,
Number line.
number 6.
Line? Okay, thank you. My number 6 is Mindhunter Season 2, recently
Ooh.
Ooh, that's awesome.
confirmed. Yeah, very excited for that. Super
Cool.
excited.
Still need to finish the first, but I'll get there.
So,
I'll get
where are
there.
you in first?
I watched the pilot, and then all the Marvel shit started happening with Punisher, and so that's been my focus on that.
I forget I have to talk now because we've been pushing for so long. I'm like, yeah, that's my number 6, Mindhunter, and go, guy. I'm like, no, we can talk about it. Yeah, good. Okay, well, yeah, get more into it.
I will. As soon as Punisher's
No, I
done, it's going to be one that I watch.
I gotta be honest. The first episode when I'm watching it, I'm like, oh boy, is this acting gonna bother me? Like, is this gonna bother me? Like, am I gonna be bothered with this? And then everyone gets into their characters like by episode 2 or 3, and you're like, oh, okay, well that pilot's just a little shaky, you know?
Does
That's fine.
Netflix actually truly shoot a pilot,
I don't know. I really don't
or
know.
did they just
No, they pick
greenlight
up
the whole
seasons.
season?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think they pick up whole seasons, but
That's
like,
really
they're still
weird,
called,
then.
They're still called pilots, not in the traditional sense, but I mean,
but it's not
Right.
like it's shot weeks
Because it's
or
not
months
pitched to
separately.
Netflix and then they pick it up. They just develop
Yeah.
it conceptually. and
Unbreakable
call it a
Kimmy
pilot.
Schmidt's the only exception because that landed at NBC first for 2 seasons, and then NBC canned it, and Netflix picked it up for those 2 seasons.
Oh wow,
That's the only
Yeah.
exception. But yeah, normally Netflix is just like, that's a good idea, 10 episodes or whatever, and you're like,
Right.
damn, that's what South Park
Yeah.
is making fun of, and I love him. I love him for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, settle
I
down.
love it. I
damn.
love it too. Yeah. Yeah. You guys are how much in debt? Oh, and you're like puzzled by that? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Anyways, yeah, this show made a really big splash for me this year. Like really big. You'll probably be surprised where this lands, if at all, on my top 10.
Yeah,
You know,
not much room, though, right?
I know it's
Crazy.
it's a rough year. But it really took me back. Like I didn't really know much about this. I kind of knew David Fincher was doing something, and it looked like it was 7-ish. And then you were like, yeah, and it's out tomorrow, and I'm like, oh. Yeah, and like that's kind of was my lead up to this show, and then I watched like the first 6 or 7 episodes all at once, and I was just like, oh yeah, I fucking love this.
Right.
So yeah, I'm really excited. There's another season, and it's going to Florida, I think. They announced the killer. I forgot who it was.
Killers in Kansas somewhere.
Kansas. I think you're right. It might be Kansas.
I'm trying to remember who.
I think it was the
Somebody
killer.
famous.
Yeah, it's a super.
The BTK Strangler. Spoilers, I guess, to JD, but you wouldn't know it You would have to Google the location and why it's important. Like, that's what I did. I Googled, like, it showed you the name of the city that this guy was in that was walking around. And I Googled the city and killer, and this guy came up immediately. So,
okay.
So you really have to, like, connect the dots, which is, I think, is really cool about the show.
Yeah, absolutely. The show just is really smart.
Yeah.
Like, I'm constantly just, like, bewildered by it. And it's not an action-y show. Like, they're not hardly ever drawing weapons or anything like that. The whole... All the episodes are all very talky, very, very, very talky, but it's never boring. Right. Feels like an action movie just with dialogue. It's so interesting because they're combating these like crazy people. You know, just they're trying to get like their stories on paper, but trying to mitigate their craziness or their sickness, if you will.
Right.
It's really cool. It's just a really good show, and I'm very excited for the second season. I'm surprised it got picked up with how Netflix is just bleeding cash right now. So
yeah.
David Fincher can't be
a
cheap, guy. So not that he's like directing every episode, but like I know he's attached in some ways. So like he's getting some sort of cut. I gotta imagine.
Right.
Hey, that's why I don't mind that Netflix price hike, man. Just if it's gonna keep the content coming, I'll pay it for $3.
You gotta raise it to 15. I'm in. Y'all make good content.
Yeah, exactly.
No shit.
Gamefly does 15, and it's like not worth 15.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's only so much time to play a video game.
like especially because you're doing snail mail.
If every game was available always, it'd be worth $15. But that's not the way it works.
Exactly, you have to mail it in and wait for.
Well, not only that, but like let's say you have your heart on playing, Call of Duty World at War, and it just came out this week. You're not getting that game for a month.
Right. Exactly.
No, unless you're really lucky and you. Or you had the thought process months ago to like put it on your list before the game was even out or whatever,
Right.
So good luck. Good luck, game players.
That's like the main one I'm trying to cling to. That's my dream to play before the end of the year.
Just take off everything off your list except that.
That's what I did.
We'll have to send it to you, right?
Because they first sent me Sonic Forces, and I was like, that's not what I wanted first.
Oh.
It's a fun game, but it's like, no, that's not what I wanted.
This episode not brought to you by GameFly.
It's cool service. I mean, it's a cool idea and everything. It's just, stock your inventory better. All right, so that brings us to my number 6, which is a push from earlier. It's Kyle's number 8. It's Maniac.
Oh.
Cool.
And that's
tell me about it.
Okay, cool.
Tell me about it.
So this is a show coming to Netflix. Again, another Netflix show. Directed by Cary. Well, I think the whole thing is done by Cary Fukunaga, who did the entire first season of True Detective. He directed it, and he did Beasts of No Nation, which got a lot of acclaim at Netflix as well.
Oh yeah,
he's a great storyteller. So who does he cast? He casts DTF Jules from Superbad. And, of course, you can't go wrong with Seth from Superbad as well. So it's a reunion of sorts for Jonah Hill and Emma Stone.
It's amazing.
And I assume this is the role that Jonah Hill lost all that weight for. Like, he looks like even skinnier than 21 Jump Street, like the first Jump Street movie where he lost a lot of weight. Like, he looks crazy skinny right now.
How does he do that?
I don't, and he does it so quickly.
And then he puts it all back on and then takes it all back off. Like,
right.
It's more impressive than Christian Bale to me.
And scary in a sense. But it's not just that. He's, like, working out and stuff, so, like, he's actually got, I don't want to say guns, but he's got, like, muscle definition of some kind.
Sure.
So, man, this dude is, he's doing some serious hard work. But, I mean, there's more to the cast than that. You have Justin Theroux from Leftovers, famously. That's where, I mean, to me, that's where he, like, did his coming out party of, like, I'm a fucking great actor. Because before that, I don't remember him being that great in most things. I remember him being fine,
I wish I had another season of that to be hyped for.
Me too, man.
So
I'm glad
bad.
they ended it when they wanted. Like, they kind of had their own say in it, but... Still,
because critically it should have ended like after the first season because nobody fucking got it and nobody watched it.
Right. So we did luck out, kind of like *Halt and Catch Fire*.
Oh man, 4 years of each, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, 3 years for Leftovers.
3 years for Leftovers,
and they were spaced out like big time Westworld style.
Yeah.
But Justin Theroux, Sally Field's in it. I don't know who these people are playing. But anyway, this is the only thing that has been said, and it's on Wiki, and I don't know how accurate it is because there's no source for it. But it says the series revolves around the fantasy worlds of two patients in a mental institution.
Oh shit!
Oh man!
And I assume that's both Jonah and Emma Stone, Jonah Hill and Emma Stone. And also, I'll just watch anything Emma Stone does now because she's fucking incredible. So, yeah, sold. That's why it's so high for me, honestly.
Whoa.
I really like it when that movie group that we're a part of like puts her up against like anybody else. Like, who wins in an actress battle? I'm like, Emma every time.
Every time.
Yeah. every time. Yeah. There's no woman on earth that you could probably throw at my way and just like me go, oh yeah, she's absolutely.
Maybe Jennifer Lawrence circa
I was gonna say I read that
maybe I don't know working now I should like specify like Jennifer Lawrence. I mean I haven't seen Mother yet, so Jeff maybe you can more speak to that. But like she hasn't really put in a performance I've really given a shit about in a while.
But is Mother her fault or is it Aronofsky's fault?
I don't know.
It seems like it was his because he wouldn't shut the fuck up about it, and she broke up with him.
While they were dating or whatever. That's all he talked about.
God, that's so weird.
That was all he talked about.
She uses that against him. Like, well, your movie fucking sucked.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Your movie got 3s.
It was weird. Her tone in the movie was like very similar the entire movie because she had people consistently intruding in the house. And she's constantly telling them to do stuff like "get down from there," and she always sounded like that when she would say her lines.
Oh my god!
It wasn't on her. It was just kind of like that's the tone that they wrote her in.
Sure.
And she gets much better as the movie goes along, especially when it takes a turn to Crazy Town.
Yeah.
I did read that Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Stone are working on a thing together. I don't know if they're going to star in it together or just producing something together.
Sign me up.
Yes, sign me the fuck up for that.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Yeah,
because I want to see two of the most like charismatic actresses ever in a movie together. I just do. And don't make it like, oh, the funny blah 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 women are together. Let's put them in a drama. Don't fucking switch it on me.
You know what?
I hate when that happens.
It could only be bad if they call it Down to Earth, because that's how they're both always
described. Oh my god!
If you call it Down to Earth,
I think you just futured that. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Like,
shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right, so that was my number 6, and Kyle does have it at number 8. So, are you just kind of riding off my hype there too?
Yeah, I'm just riding off your hype there. I knew that Jonah Hill and Emma Stone were doing something on Netflix together, but that's all I heard, and I felt like I heard that a long time ago.
Yeah.
And so, like, I started seeing stuff for Maniacs, like, pop up my newsfeed, but I didn't know what that was, so I wasn't really paying attention to it. And you were like, hey, it's some Jonah Hill, Emma Stone Netflix thing. I'm like, oh, that's that thing that I have shadow memories of hearing about, like, a long time ago. And, I'm really excited for that. If it's coming out next year and it's about, like, them being crazy in a mental institution, and, sign me up. That sounds amazing.
And Cary Fukunaga, who is he's a great...
Yeah, I didn't know that at all. That's
shot
amazing.
Dude from True Detective Season 1. He's that guy. He's the guy who did that tracking shot of Matthew McConaughey running through the neighborhood.
18-minute long scene or whatever it was.
Well, it was okay, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
That seems...
Shit.
Let's pump the brakes. Let's pee the bees. All right. Let's
pee the bees.
Say that. Isn't it weird that it sounds worse when you abbreviate innocent words?
It does, especially following an episode arc filled with P's, T's, and A's. Like,
P's, T's, and A's, yeah.
P's, T's, and A's.
So, what are you trying to say? It's fucking planes, trains, and automobiles.
Initials
mean
body parts. Oh shit, I'm JD. What does that do?
What do you mean? Yeah.
Junior Dick over here.
Oh, got J's and D's. Oh, Jerkins and Dickens, or I don't know. Fuck it.
Jew Dick? Is that what you're trying to say? That's the worst.
That's so racist.
Fuck. Oh man, we're so gonna be suspended from our network.
Do we even have enough viewers to count as eligible for suspension? Like, if nobody listens to you, then what's the harm in suspension?
Oh, you said your mom's going to get upset, JD? Or Kyle? Was that?
No, I said my mom doesn't listen anymore.
But she tried?
So we have 0 listeners.
So 0 listeners now, yeah. Oh, yeah, but we're too dirty. It's too dirty, guys. Come on.
I get it.
I'm
sorry.
Fucking say fuck so fucking much.
My mom's a saint, okay? She can't be hearing this shit.
Would never fucking say fuck.
We're on JD's number 6 now.
Why? Oh, okay.
That's how the show works? I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's a really reasonable answer to an unreasonable question. I'm sorry. Okay, so this
fine,
is
you're number 1, and then get the fuck out.
Okay, fine. No, I put Cloak and Dagger at number 6 because it's my least anticipated of the fresh original stuff. My only hesitation is that it's on Freeform, the Disney family thing.
I hear you.
And I think that's a big knock, but I'm still really excited for anything Marvel, anything that they put their name on. I want to watch.
Yeah,
just don't be don't be too arrowy. Don't be too cheesy, family, flashy, CW university.
I really
don't do that.
Runaways. I thought Runaways was going to be full blown CW, and it's not.
Yeah,
and that's what I love about that show.
That's still why I haven't watched that show, because I so fear it's CW, but I know that like you wouldn't lead me that way, Jeff. So
no, exactly.
I'm gonna watch it, but like I just haven't started it yet, because I'm just like, this just seems like a bunch of young like kids like just like kidding out together and having powers, and I'm like, I'm not fucking into that. You know,
how many episodes does Runaways?
The wizarding world of Harry Potter of like X-Men universes. Like I don't know. We'll see.
Did you ask how many episodes? Is it gonna be? Or?
Yes, the Runaways for the first season.
I think that it's 10. So it's at 4. 4 has already come out.
And they're doing the weekly drop things.
Yeah, they're doing the first week was 3 episodes, and then they're doing one a week after that.
Okay.
It's damn, dude. I'm just surprised because there's in the comics it's all about the kids and them running away. They we're 4 episodes and they haven't run away yet. But
liars.
We'll get there. It's kind of like Preacher, but more tolerable for me.
Okay.
When Preacher season 1 ended, I was so pissed. Season 2's much better, but
you hated it, man. We were like super.
You hated it so much. I still haven't seen
but...
season 2.
It's good.
You know what? I haven't watched that yet either. I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just because I didn't enjoy season 1, and I don't have any reference to the source material at all, and I'm just like, So like when season 2 came around, I'm like, I'll get around to it, and then I lost cable and never got around to it. So
it's in the same tone as the comics, but it's different levels of zaniness. Like different crazy shit is happening.
See, that's all I want is crazy shit.
Exactly.
That's
and there's a lot of that, and especially in season 2, they make up something that wasn't in the comics, and I'm like, that is fucking badass. Like I was like, that was a really cool concept.
Yeah.
And it was insane. It's like one of those concepts you hear about, and you're like, that sounds fucking insane, but I love it.
Have we met his family yet by the end of season 2?
Shit, I can't remember now. Can I remember from all the other TV I've watched this year?
Yeah.
It's not even in my like honorable mentions for this year. I just found it to be an improvement.
Season 1 of Preacher actually was so disappointing to me that like it actually kept me away from Future Man until someone told me, no, it's actually really funny, man. You should watch it.
Yeah, and I do like that show. Yeah,
I love that show. Yeah, I think it's very funny. And I'm like, oh yeah, I love this. This is great.
Juice.
You said Jason.
That's the name you land on.
Yeah, I mean, if you're already saying a J, his name is Josh. He's trying not to say it in front of his parents, Back to the Future style, and it comes out Juice instead. And God, it's so fucking dumb.
It fucking backfires. They name him Juice in the alternate timeline. Oh my god. Oh man. That's so great. I lost my train of thought. I was going to say about Runaways, though, is that it's by the same showrunner who he either co-created or created solely the OC. Which did you guys actually watch it, or did you just take part in shitting on it?
No, okay. I had girlfriends that made me watch episodes on occasion, and that was it.
Okay.
I was going to stumble across describing what my relationship with that show is, and it's exactly what JD just said.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Exactly. So we were getting
fortunately, I didn't.
The OC, but wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. Like I would hope that the OC came on, and then some heavy petting and making out would start happening. That was kind of the deal, you know.
It's funny because I heard about that show being like good from a dude friend.
What?
And I didn't date anybody.
No, he was just getting laid a lot while watching it. That's all that guy was.
He like owned all. I like borrowed the DVDs from him and shit. He's a super nerd about the show, and I was like, get out of here, dude! No way, it's that good. And I watched it, and I was like, God damn it, this show's good.
Oh God, Jeff.
Up until like the 3rd season or something, it eventually falls off the rails really quickly, kind of like Alias does near it as it trails off. But yeah, same showrunner as that, same showrunner as Chuck. So this dude,
I love Chuck.
He's just good with characters, man, and younger stories.
Dude, I love Chuck. Yeah, Chuck is great. Even in its writers, protesting season, it was still good.
It was, yeah, exactly. They still found a way to tell a good story, unlike Heroes. Heroes just fucking
Heroes floundered, and Chuck kept on because Heroes would end and then Chuck would come on, and you're like, well, at least that was good.
Do you guys have twins that are gonna cry? Good, you're doing better.
Runaways though, if it's similar in tone to that, because it is like they are teenagers, it's on Freeform. I think I'll tolerate watching it. I think I'll actually more than tolerate it. I'll enjoy it probably. So, honorable mention for me too. I'm glad you put it on your list, man.
What's it called?
We'll see how it goes.
Cloak and Dagger.
No, that's the Cloak and Dagger we were talking about.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. It's just because it's on the revamping of Disney Family.
Yeah.
It's my
I didn't
own.
realize it was on there.
Yeah, they call it Freeform now.
I'm glad y'all are so optimistic about it. I would have kept that off my list if I knew that.
Hey, it's Marvel. I mean, it's Marvel. They can stamp their name on anything, and I'll be interested. It's just I'm gonna.
You make a very solid point. I agree with that. Case in point, the trailer just came out a couple days ago. Broke a lot of records, I heard. Of Infinity
I
War.
haven't seen it yet.
The Infinity War trailer?
What's that one?
You seen it? You haven't seen
No,
that
I
one?
haven't seen it. I don't.
Let me tell you something, man.
Oh, the one with that weird CGI fuckfest guy that's terrible.
I mean
It's the worst thing I've seen
that,
all
but
year.
nothing
Yeah, that guy.
really happens. They turned a purple guy into a lighter shade of purple, more pink, and that's really.
Hey, that can be explained by a lack of tanning because he's so busy not being in his,
Well,
part of the
if
universe.
Superman can make up some stupid new rules about how the sun affects his powers, then I guess we can say, oh, the sun affects the pigment of Thanos' skin. And that'll be fine.
In fact, I didn't want to say this because I can't really, but I'm gonna. Thanos is a customer at my bank, and he just canceled his subscription to Planet Tan. Used to come through on his debit card, but he put a stop payment on that shit. So he's got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, right.
That's quite literally.
Can I just say that line he has in the trailer where he goes, "Listen, I don't really say I like to have fun, but I will say this is putting a smile
this is
on my
fun."
face." Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that's fucking. He's like beating the shit out of you guys is really, it's fun.
I can't wait, dude. Oh, I'm
Very
so excited. I was going to say about some info on Cloak and Dagger that keeps me relatively optimistic about it. It's the showrunner is a guy who wrote for some good episodes of Heroes, like early seasons, and then remember the middle part of or the later part of season 3 that was actually really good. They were all on the run. He did that too.
Yeah.
It's after the season break. Yeah.
Exactly. So he did the good parts of Heroes basically, and then jumped off when it started getting really shitty.
Dude, season 3, part 2 was amazing. Of Heroes.
Yeah, I love that.
That's
I
a
love that
fact,
season.
and I will
That
die
part
on
of
the
the
hill
season.
defending that season.
He was the one in the
later.
room that was like, you can't have Sylar and Peter not have powers at the same time. They're like, get the fuck out. You're done. He was the logical
he was that
voice
guy.
in the
He
room.
introduced
Yeah.
Papa
The guy who
Patrelli, and he was
bastardized
shit.
Peter.
He was so awesome. Oh my god, that was a great season. It was really good.
So also he wrote on a couple episodes of Daredevil. I don't know what season they are. It just says episode names. But he's been involved in Marvel and Heroes shit. So
That's
maybe
good.
it'll
It's
be
promising.
good. I don't know anybody in the show, but it could be good. I don't know. People like Pretty Little Liars. I'm never going to watch it, but
Oh my
people
God.
liked it.
Oh my god, yeah, no,
No
I
thanks.
had a girlfriend I was dating at the time, and once I was not in my early teens or 20s anymore, it wasn't like, I'm just going to watch this show just to get brownie points anymore. It was hard nose for shows at this point in my life,
Yeah.
and that was one of them. It's like, you want to watch this show? No.
I do not.
Fuck
Sorry.
you.
You need to watch it on your own time while we're not hanging out.
Oh, wow. The director of the first episode is the same director who's going to adapt Silver and Black, which is the Black Cat, Silver Sable potential movie that's coming out. It's part of the Spider-Man universe in Sony.
The Venom universe, you mean?
Yeah, the Venomverse.
Yeah. Venomverse.
They could get away with calling it that if they wanted to.
I mean, they could kill Spider-Man in the next Infinity War here. Oh,
Don't
no, he's
do
got a
it.
movie. No, he's got a movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he does have a second one, so it's kind of like, well, he's not really in jeopardy, right?
Yeah.
But clearly
That
something
sucks,
happens
right?
to him that
What if-
deeply affects Tony.
this is
So
the thing
What if
that,
Iron Man dies
we
and he
think,
takes over that, you know?
because his hand showing in that scene, and the scene before he was in armor, so unless his armor gets ripped off of him or something, I don't know how his hand's all of a sudden exposed. But we'll see.
yeah, we'll see. We will definitely see. I was going to also bring up that she directed this movie called Beyond the Lights, and it's about a singer dating a dude who's a police officer or some shit like that. I don't know. It's a good movie. It surprised the shit out of me from a couple of years ago. Anyway, there's some hope. So I'm mildly excited. I'm glad people put it on their lists.
Yeah.
I pitched. Yeah. So next up, that was JD's number 6, right? Right.
It was.
That was your number 6. Okay.
It was.
So
yes,
we're
sir.
going to Kyle's number 5.
Oh, I'm making a drink. Hold on. Fuck.
No, I refuse.
Appropriate delay. We need to go make another one. I don't have any cold ice, though.
More-
so I gotta-
hold on.
gotta
More
stick
paper
to beer.
sounds.
Let's figure out what this paper says. My number 5 is it going to get pushed? True Detective?
Well,
That's called a synchronization, buddy.
Already got first.
Synchronized! Bam! All right, I like that. Well, cheers to that. Think. Anyway, I guess I'll start. Yeah. Again, I didn't watch season 2 because of the just the vicious outcry of just. I guess it wasn't season 1, which fairly was like legendary television.
Right.
I mean, isn't that on? I don't know. Isn't that on everybody for like trying to think that it was going to be that good? Isn't that on us?
Yeah, you can put it on them, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
I think they gave the creator a little more credit.
You guys are inspiring me to check out season 2. You guys are saying it's not like a shit show
it's
like
not
that.
Nearly as bad as everybody said it was. Yeah.
Thank God, because like it seemed like it had a really good cast, and I love Rachel McAdams. So seriously, I love her.
She's good.
She
I like
is
her
like
character in it.
Depressing though, like super
She
depressing.
is, but I find her to be a badass in the show. Honestly.
Oh yeah, I love her.
Yeah, good. So I'm really excited for this show. I mean, season 1 again, like I said, it's legendary television. It's the best. What is it? 6 or 8 episodes?
That was a 10. It was HBO,
One?
man.
Season 1?
8 episodes.
Yeah, season
Was it
was
just
8.
Season
Really?
1 and 2 were 8 episodes. Yeah.
Shit.
So I mean, it's the best 8 hours of television you'll watch. I mean, seriously, it really is. I have a hard time putting it on like my top 10 like TV list. You know, like because it is like. It's hard for me. Like I think it's on there and it's off there and it's on there, it's off there. It just depends on how I feel about my list or whatever.
Right.
But like because it's just one season instead of like like a collection of really good episodes, just 8 hours. But like should that hold it back? It's the best 8 hours
You're right,
maybe
yeah.
ever. Like.
If Firefly's allowed up there, then yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
True.
You know what? You just solidified
True.
my list.
Not only true, but true detective.
True detective.
That was some good True Detective.
The cast is really shaping up as is already. I'm very excited about what's going on there. Can you tell me a little bit about the creative dudes? Like who's behind the camera?
Same. We have the same writer, Jeremy Saulnier, who did Green Room and Blue Ruin. Is directing.
Amazing. Wow.
And he's an incredible director. He's got such a fucking great eye. And he also has a movie due next year too. Maybe he's already finished that though. But David Milch, who did Deadwood, is
he's the showrunner.
He's co-writing with Nick
Ooh.
who created the show. Nick, whatever his name is, created the show, and he's co-writing with David Milch, who might be a crazy person, but David Milch still did Deadwood. I mean, you have to acknowledge the guy can write dialogue.
By the way, Deadwood movie or something coming soon, or Deadwood new season?
Possibly.
They were talking about something coming. Okay, great.
They keep talking about it.
I don't start that show because I know it ends on some like horrible cliffhanger.
Dude, you have to do it. You have to do it though.
Fuck off, Jay! Don't make me fall in love with something with no conclusion.
Look, it's like
don't put that on me.
Hey, it's like the dog of television show. You get it. You know you're gonna get your heart broken at the end of it, and you're never gonna see it again.
Dude.
It's like a puppy dog. Watch it.
I don't need that in my life, man. It's gonna it'll wreck me. I'm like, it's gotta end. There's gotta be answers. It'll be Firefly. I can't handle it.
But hey, now there's hope. There's a little bit of hope.
I'll wait till the hope is really present.
Then it won't feel real. It won't feel earned.
I know. I wouldn't have gone through the trenches like you guys. You can call me a fake fan. I don't care. It'll be fine. I'll wear the badge. I'll wear the badge of shame.
Jesse the Body Ventura. I don't know why I thought of that.
Why?
Let me tell you, Mahershala Ali is in this season.
That's the best name to say is the body.
Mahershala. Maybe that's why I was saying it in my head. Like, you go weird places in your head when you drink.
How far out is your jaw going? Mahershala. Like
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala.
But he is the star, and Carmen, I don't know how to say her last name, but she's one of the 3 leads in Girlfriend Experience this season, and she's fucking unreal. She's awesome.
Is that show really good?
What?
Is that show good?
Yeah, it's really good. And I'm surprised that how the sex isn't like always like, it's not overwhelming. It's not like, oh, this is literally just trying to be porn. There's more to, there was more to season 1.
More or less than Game of Thrones in terms of like what, like,
oh my god! It's every episode is like so much fucking. It's, it's so much fucking.
But it's not like Hung though, where everybody's trying to be a porn star.
No. It's Girlfriend Experience, so there's going to be a lot of that based on the title and the premise. But the second season does have like 2 arcs happening simultaneously, and one arc is directed by the woman who runs the show, and the other arc is directed by the man who runs the show. And and the man directs the part that whoever stars in True Detective, that's Carmen, whatever her last name is. She's in one of the arcs, and she's like just ratted somebody out. She's in witness protection. And she's trying to, under the radar, do the girlfriend experience thing to make money, or to at least, you know what? It's not about money for some of these people. For her, it's more about like just a connection in general. It's more about her own girlfriend experience. You know,
it actually is for a lot of them. So
yeah,
survey says, but you know,
with the other arc though, it seems more sex based and almost softcore pornish, and I'm kind of bothered by it because season 1 didn't really have that, you know, at all. Like it wasn't present. Like you had a hard time being turned on by the sex scenes because you were just like, there's so much more happening here.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's just weird. It's weird to say half the season's good so far.
Dude, but you're like cutting a lot of shows right now, and this one's staying. So
yeah, this one's absolutely staying.
It must be good enough, you know.
Because of boobies. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. I know that's what I'm saying. It's you just seeing a lot of tits, Jeff.
But the actress is great. I mean, they get like great actresses to do these roles. It's not like a nobody. Like you'll recognize the girl from season 1 in movies now. She's been in a lot of Soderbergh movies. And
well, this is from the Soderbergh movie, right?
Yeah, he produced it and handed off the show to somebody else, 2 other people.
Can I say that movie not very good?
I heard that, and I'm never gonna watch it. Just gonna die.
Not a very good movie. That's why I've never seen this show, because I'm like, the movie is really stupid. I can't believe they're doing a show out of it. That'd be like them going. I don't even have a loaded example, so just pass. Just pass.
And it's funny too. I think I don't even have room to bring up girlfriend experience and even honorable mentions for when we do the best TV. Like that's how good this year has been. Like that's fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
It is insane, right? Especially because one half of the season just doesn't work for me yet. Like. It's politically driven, but there's so much sex in it that I'm distracted. It's kind of weird to be turned off to a show because of that. But
yeah, there were shows at the beginning of 2017 that when they started, I go, "This will be so high on my list, and I'm going to make a statement with it." Because
people didn't like it as much or something.
Maybe I'm the only cheerleader on the show for this show or something like that, and it didn't make my list.
Exactly.
There are a lot of shows where I'm just like, this is it, Kyle. You're going to be the hero and champion of the show. Sorry, man. You're a 12. You're 11.
Sorry.
You're 13. You're 14.
Now you're 14.
It fucking sucks, man. It really sucks.
That's a good problem to have, especially this year's just been insanity, dude. It's been pure insanity how much has been coming out for every medium. I don't know. I can't speak for books though, because I don't read. But I was going to bring up some fun story facts about True Detective coming up. We have Mahershala Ali plays a state police detective in Northwest Arkansas. The season takes place in the Ozarks and takes place over 3 different timelines. I don't know if that's going to happen simultaneously or if it's going to be like 2 episodes, 1 timeline.
Like episode 1, how it was taking place in 2 different timelines.
Right.
This is 3. Okay, cool.
But yeah, that's what's come out so far about it, and I can't think of what else to bring up. The Carmen, whatever her last name is, she has 2 kids missing. That's her arc. And she's in the 1980s, and that's all I know so far. That's all that's come out. I'm very excited to see it though, and it sounds like we all are.
I just don't. I think you and I were talking about this, Jeff. I just don't think they would bring this show back after
if it's shit. Yeah,
exactly. I think someone had to pitch and someone up there was like, "That idea is brilliant." We gotta push this forward. I just don't think they would bring this back after a 2-year hiatus or whatever.
I wonder if HBO kept. I wonder if HBO was suggesting David Milch or if David Milch was like, I'll help with this show, and they were like, yeah, okay. Because, they have that connection with him, even though Deadwood was canceled. Viewership sometimes is just nobody's fault.
It's just
I mean...
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was just going to say, they have a relationship.
This is, way off topic, but what's all this, hubbubaloo about Hannibal maybe coming back?
What?
I don't know about that, dude.
Well, I mean, it's not like that it's maybe coming back, but, people are talking right now or something, or, talks are being had.
I haven't heard anything.
If I find a link, I'll shoot it to you. But it was being passed around in the movie group the other day.
That would be intriguing.
Formal conversations on the revival has begun. That was in August of this year. I don't know what that means.
Sounds right?
Though.
Yeah, maybe, I mean I'm having like September memories right now. I just never brought it up because I didn't really watch the show. I don't have a lot invested in it. But
God, I
for
hope...
whatever reason, talking about
do
True
it.
Detective made me think about Hannibal for whatever reason. So
Do it.
Now that Brian Fuller is free, he has free time because he
Not
left
on
American Gods
anymore.
I am so mad about that.
I know, me too.
know.
I am 100% blaming Stars. I don't even give a shit what the story is.
Wait,
Don't
so
let
like
him go.
Well, and the thing is that two people left, right? Like both.
Both, yeah.
So they weren't disagreeing with each other, right? Like it was with Stars.
The network. The network was not giving.
Yeah,
them
well,
what they were
fuck them.
asking for.
Yeah, no, fuck
Like
them.
what kind of clout does Stars have to say?
Zero. Like they.
You got
this is your
Brian Fuller
only
to do
good
his
show
show. Just let him do it. Like.
Yeah.
And can I just say,
is your Game of Thrones fuckface?
I am not trying to make fun of Brian Fuller here, but can that guy just stay on one show for more than a season or more than 2 episodes? Like, can we just fucking get this guy to stick around for something for a while? I feel like this guy gets just shift around from show to show just because of either just bad timing or just fighting with the networks or whatever.
Yeah, it's network fuckery, man.
Right? He did Hannibal also.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, Hannibal is obviously a show that should have gone way past where it went. Maybe should have even been on a different network, But he's just always just finding the right project in the wrong area or the wrong time or the wrong producer or the wrong network. It's kind of sad to see,
Right. Such a fucking shame. But I would, Hannibal movie should be made. Honestly, don't even TV show it. Just fucking movie me, brah.
Do you think he would want to do a movie? Has he expressed interest in directing Brian Fuller?
Good question.
Or he produce and get a director or something like that.
I would think he would write it, but I mean, a lot of what comes out of the beauty of the show is from his vision.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. He hasn't really directed a whole lot in terms of TV show.
Is he showrunner? Right? He's the showrunner.
Yeah, he was a showrunner, and he directed a lot.
He could be a consultant, or something like that, where he makes a lot of I don't know. Get that guy in a movie and
just
make a
fucking
film.
Do something with him, and stop turning him away from shit just because he asked for more money.
I'm
gonna
catch up on Animal one day. I swear to God, because I like Armitage. I want to see him do.
You'll love that. That's a 3rd season. You'll love that, dude. Yeah. And it feels so good. It's the build up to.
That's one of my favorite books of all time, dude. Talk about not reading books. I've read 12 books in my life. That's one of my favorites.
The other 11 were Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right. I guess I lowballed myself on that number, but
I've read 7, and all of them were Harry Potter.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Never mind Ready Player One.
Oh no, I love Ready Player One.
I love Ready Player One. I can't wait for the movie. So we're moving on to JD's number 5.
Shit. I put Jack Ryan at number 5.
Oh, nice. That was your push. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that was a push.
Cool, man.
We talking?
Speak about Chuck, right? Isn't Chuck in this movie or show? Or
no,
I'm sorry,
John Krasinski.
I made this. I fucking make this mistake every time.
Jim
I think they're the same person all the time.
You're not that off base, though.
They're just some white dude who's funny,
Yeah, exactly.
The only difference is the look to the camera with the rock, the people's eyebrow going on.
But they both look at the camera.
Only difference between the two. Yeah.
You're right. All right.
When you write, you write.
When you write, you write. You're right.
Yeah, I had this at number 9. I had it a little lower because, I mean, there's all the potential in the world to totally fail at this show because they have.
You know why I didn't put it on there? Because that movie that just came out was Garbage Town, USA.
It was, dude. It was.
I laughed when I saw the trailer. I was like, "This fucking guy!" But the more I've thought about it, I'm like, okay. Yeah, maybe it's a little lighter approach to the character, and I want to give Krasinski a chance to spread his wings.
Was that him? Or was that Chuck?
He was in 13 Hours.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was like, man, was that Chuck?
He does have some intense action experience.
Yeah, I mean, he can do. I mean, that's not. I guess that's not my issue with the movie,
And I mean, he's great at psychological warfare. I mean, between he and Dwight, I mean, that's some epic shit. So
I gotta say, I'm not the biggest fan of The Office, but every time that joke comes along where he turns all the pictures into an Asian family or whatever,
oh my God. That shit is so fucking funny.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Yeah. This show is created by Carlton Cuse. I don't know who Graham whatever is. Carlton Cuse, everybody should know. Lost Head should know from Lost. Because he co-wrote with Lindelof. And he also did lesser shows after that. He did The Strain. Only say lesser because it's just not as good as Lost.
I still have the last season to catch up on that show, and I'm one of the weirdos who stayed with that show. It's not worth saying, but
he did Bates Motel too, but I wasn't into that show. Freddie Highmore is just a fucking terrible actor in that show. I'm sorry.
Is it the kid?
He just annoys the shit out of me. Yeah, he was great as a child actor, but as an adult, he's just awkward to watch.
Let's get with that girl who's really good at acting off that show. And
she's in that Thoroughbreds movie I showed you guys a trailer of, and she plays somebody that has no feelings, and it looks fucking awesome. That movie looks great.
It looks good. Yeah,
yes, Martin McDonagh could have done that movie. I'm so excited for that movie. It's ridiculous. Anton Yelchin in one of his final roles, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait for that movie. But anyway, Jack Ryan, though, I am pretty pumped for this show. I feel like Amazon, they've been doing some really good things with television. Some of the shows I just stopped watching because I just fell off. Netflix just takes priority, honestly.
You're still watching
has
High
potential,
Castle, though, right?
I don't watch that anymore. It's not like something like I actively... it's not something I actively don't watch. It's just like I got 4 episodes in and I was like, this is pretty slow comparatively to the first season.
Oh man, that's a bummer. I haven't started season 2 yet, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh man,
and I just never got
that's
back
a show
to it.
I really wanted to get into, and now you're
first season's awesome. I've heard great reactions to season 2, so I don't know what's wrong with me.
Oh, okay.
I really don't.
Might be you.
Might be me.
All right,
Might 100% be me.
I'll weigh in on this. I'll get on it.
Oh, okay, cool. First season's fantastic, though, especially with Shang Tsung acting as an older Asian dude. He's great.
Shang Tsung.
I love Shang Tsung, dude.
When he says, your soul is mine, it's so great. You will be next.
So campy. Next. So awesome.
Dude, he's so good, yeah. Ping
Sonya
Pong.
Blade.
Have you seen that movie? Have you seen Balls of Fury with him in it?
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
a long time ago.
Balls of Fury, first off, hilarious movie. Very fun, and it's just Mortal Kombat with ping pong paddles. That's all. That's literally what that movie is. And that guy from Fantastic Beast, put him in more things. I think he's hilarious.
Oh yeah, Dan Fogler. He is the reason I came out thinking Fantastic Beasts had more heart than it did.
He's the reason I really wanted to see Fantastic Beasts because I was just like, oh, he's going to make that movie fun.
Absolutely the best character in that movie.
I really like Fanboys, which is kind of a polarizing movie or whatever, but I really like that movie. He's really good in that movie. He's good in a lot of stuff that I like him in. Like, even whenever he's in really bad Dane Cook movies, like, I'm like,
I liked him in that shitty movie,
funny.
too, yeah.
Yeah, he was funny, though, yeah.
Yeah. Abby Cornish is in this. She was in Seven Psychopaths. That's what I watched her recently in 3 Billboards. Seven Psychopaths, she plays the girlfriend that Sam Rockwell shoots. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. I definitely know what you're talking about, yeah.
He just totally shoots her, hands her a card, and walks off. It's great. I mean, not that man on woman violence is great. It's just a great scene. Just shut up. Watch it in context.
Whoa.
It's
You
great.
don't speak for all of us, sir.
You can't. Yeah. It's funny. You can't speak about Martin McDonagh movies without context, or else you sound offensive.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Talk about my cunt fucking kids.
You talk about my cunt fucking kids one more time. Retract that statement about my cunt fucking kids.
It's unbelievable, man. Yeah, I'm excited though for that in the cast. Peter Fonda's in it. Holy shit! Isn't he like ancient?
Damn. Yeah.
Okay, he's 77. I should lay off. But he's in it.
That's above average life expectancy. So.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's
77 for a male.
Good for him.
Come on.
Isn't it like 76 for women and 72 for men or something like that?
I think that's number's gone up because of times and healthcare.
Yeah, because retirement age
inflation.
Dude, I work with a lot of people who are in their 70s. Like I think.
Oh, really?
I think it's like in their 80s.
I try to get people who are in their 70s into their online banking accounts, and that doesn't work very well.
What do you mean I have to get
I feel you there. I get
code?
walk-ins all the time who are just like, what do you mean I don't have a physical person I can talk to about my stocks? And I'm like, yeah, everything is, this is the 21st century. Like, everything's automated and, like, on the telephone now.
Yeah,
like, there's
exactly.
no one for, like, and it's for your convenience. Well, I'm not giving my social security over the phone. I'm
so
like,
they're trying to, like, bane you?
Skynet's
They're trying to be like, then what are you people doing here? Like, they're trying to...
Exactly. I mean, yeah, exactly, yeah. if there's no one for me to talk to, what's this big building here for? I'm like, don't you bane me, ma'am.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for Jack Ryan though. And JD, you have it in your list?
Yeah,
So...
it's in my list and things. So I'm just more excited to see if Krasinski can pull it off.
I want to see
I like
that.
Tom Clancy.
I want it. Dude. I'm rooting for it for sure.
Have you seen a trailer for his movie called A Quiet Place? Comes out next year.
No.
Oh my god, it looks awesome. Like, because the whole movie is. I thought there was something wrong with my audio. The whole trailer is like silent, and they're sign languaging him and his wife, who's his real wife, Emily Blunt. They're like sign language to each other.
Whoa! He's married to Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Good for him.
Whoa! Hold on, back up. Your number 10 is Roseanne.
No,
I'm
just
kidding.
love hearing shit like that because, like, who's married to Jason Sudeikis again?
Olivia Wilde.
Yeah, Olivia Wilde.
I'm just like these, like, ridiculous,
these funny
beautiful
guys
love just funny dudes, you know.
Because they are everymen, and we identify as them, and it gives us hope that maybe we could pull an Olivia Wilde or an Emily Blunt.
I feel like I could pull it off one day.
Maybe one day.
The day after tomorrow, I still get rejected by Emily Blunt every day. I just relive that over and over again. Terrible.
This movie's a horror movie, and I think John Krasinski directed it. I think that's the thing.
Really?
I mean,
and
it sounds great. Yeah.
And it's like they're totally silent because there's a threat that if it hears anything in their house, the threat comes after them. I don't know what the threat is. We don't see it yet in the trailer. So it's kind of like The Mist in that way, where they show you a trailer and it's like, what's the mist? And you don't know until you see the movie. So it seems like that, and it was a very intense trailer because somebody like spilled a drink or something, and the parents flipped out. They flipped their shit because they knew that whatever's out there that's hurting people is going to find them.
I'm going to forget, but just share the trailer in the
Oh yeah, I'll send it to you guys.
You can, yeah.
So Krasinski could be his year, 2018. He's going to go run for office and win.
The year of the Krasinski. The year of the
I like him. I really like him.
Yeah, he's a likable dude.
License to Wed. Like that movie? Funny.
I really haven't seen too many of his movies, though. Just really The Office is my only exposure. So
License to Wed. Never mind.
It's a funny movie with Robin Williams and him, and I forget who the
Robin Williams. Yes. Sorry.
That's funny. I mean, it's not like hilarious. I mean, it's not like you're gonna. It's the greatest.
I'm pretty sure I did watch it,
like,
and I don't even remember it. I'm sorry, I don't remember it at all.
Did you see it, or?
I'm pretty sure I did because I'm looking at the cast.
I can't tell you any jokes from it, but I remember not walking into the theater like mad that I watched it.
Yeah. Mandy Moore is in it.
Mandy Moore, that's who it was. Yeah, Scrubs Girl.
Girl, that's
so
funny.
She's not, that's just what I know her from. I'm like, oh, she's JD's girlthing. No,
that's
no,
so
she's
funny.
in so many other.
Hey,
she's
I
in
never
so many
dated her.
other
Oh
things.
shit, that's.
I get what you're doing. That's what she says in that show.
Yeah,
okay.
She says that's her thing. Instead of
so
laughing,
funny.
she goes, "That's so funny."
That's so funny.
So good.
Kill me,
so that's our number. Well,
that was my number 5. Yeah.
So Kyle, what's your number 4?
Oh God, my number 4 is gonna get pushed. It's The Watchmen.
Oh fuck yeah, it's getting pushed.
Oh, okay. Well, it's my number 4 too. So just.
Oh, we synchronized. We're on it tonight, Jeff. I don't know.
Sorry to ruin the synchronicity there.
It's
but,
all right,
yeah.
Judy. It's fine, Judy.
It's getting pushed.
What's your number 4? Fuckface who ruined it.
Yeah. Listen, my number 4 is a thing called the Mayans MC, dog.
Oh, okay, that's incredibly racist.
Yeah,
okay,
it's not racist or anything, dog. I told you. Hey, I started the episode and said I'm not white, so I could still be anything. Yeah, these are my people. I identify with a Hispanic motorcycle club very personally, very
in a
near.
world we can identify as something now.
In a world where Jax Teller is not my biggest essay, I want to know about the Mayans, man. And you know what?
Too.
This could be terrible.
Could be.
I just want it to be so good. I originally thought conceptually it was going to be a prequel, but I hear now it's actually in a post Jax Teller world.
Oh damn! Okay, I didn't know that, but that kind of makes sense because you can't just age up.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Cast
name?
somebody
Alvarez.
as young Jax, and I mean, like, are you going to
for Hopkins and Hannibal? You know, they have to like make up him to make him look younger. So,
well,
I don't know.
yeah.
And how well that actor is aging, I guess.
I think Charlie Hunnam is on to bigger and better things, and you know,
yeah.
I think bringing him back would almost be sacrilegious. But I always figured that this was going to be like young Clay and young JT, and kind of the mind's relationship with Sam Crow before
Sounds like that might be a
Jax
separate
was
show.
involved. Which
Yeah.
it should. You know what? Hold on. That was my revival reboot idea. That's why that's in my head.
Yeah.
So I made that shit up. So don't listen to that at all because that's not real.
I'm saying, I was like,
That's fictional characters.
pitch that show,
Fictional
Jay.
characters. But yeah, either way. God damn it! I love that. I love that. It's so
Fictional
perfect.
character.
Fictional character. Yeah, but these guys said, "Oh my god!" They go down to what's the burger place? Movie Burger or shit? I can't even. Anyway, whatever. Fucking Jay and Silent Bob.
This reference is lost on me because
You've never seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
It's been a long time, dude. We're
It's-
talking blockbuster days.
Wait. What are you trying to say? Because I could quote that whole movie. What are you trying to say?
Yeah, that's fantastic shit. You are the ones who are.
Yeah.
You are the ones who are the butt lickers or something like that. Oh my god, it's so great. And those, it's got Ali Larder and Shannon Elizabeth and yeah,
Elizabeth Dushku?
Eliza
Eliza
Dushku.
Excuse
Yep.
me.
Yeah.
And it's got
Greatest actress ever from Dollhouse.
No,
Fantastic.
No.
It's a joke.
I love that
Fantastic.
show. Horrible actress. I love Dollhouse. Absurdly bad actress.
Wow.
Oh, you got fine. Your looks, you're in. Okay, I get it. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine.
And that movie might have started it. I don't even know. It could have started it. I had no idea who she was before that movie.
Eliza Dushku was a new guy first, I believe.
New guy.
New guy.
I remember
with,
her
the weird-looking, like, scrangly guy.
DJ Squalls, right?
I don't know who the fuck I know.
Balls. Yeah.
Dude, I identify with other guys with initials as names because like we have this. We have
Is
to
that
stick
him?
Bring It
together.
On. She was in Bring It On. That's what I remember her from first.
Yeah, Bring It On is her first, like, not her first, but, like, that's the big thing that she was in.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
originally
Like the
she was
rebellious
in True
cheerleader.
Lies. She was the child in True Lies. She was Arnold Schwarzenegger's kid.
No, she was.
Oh,
Get down.
shit.
Get down.
Get down! I'm gonna
Wow.
see my
Get
doctor!
down.
That's sexy. Wait, that's his daughter. What?
I
That's
was
Jamie
in a
Lee Curtis.
movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger called Predator in the Chopper.
Dude, you're Ventura. How have you not done a Jesse
I
Ventura?
don't know. I
far.
just kind of was doing it randomly as I was like eating dinner.
And you can say like crazy shit because he's a conspiracy theorist. You could be like,
He
yeah,
is.
aliens.
You tell me
Like,
9/11 was caused by the aliens.
You need to do a solo conversation between you as the body and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I know.
Like, just do it. Just do it.
What this fucking guy
Because Stone Cold's really good at like interviewing people, and you can interview yourself as fucking just
Yeah.
Ventura.
Yeah,
True.
I really think this needs to happen.
It might. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Jury's out on that one.
Anyway, so from my ends to Jay and Silent Bob to Eliza Dushku's career.
Story
Shit,
career
though.
of like 3 things.
Exactly. Man, but Sons of Anarchy is one of my favorite shows of all time. So put me back in
Yes.
this world.
Mhm.
I'm intrigued no matter what. And just don't fuck it up. Just don't make me
Yes,
regret
please
going back
don't.
there because I'm going to be very disappointed. So it's with
Sometimes things are
hesitancy.
just better left dead, and for your guys' sakes, I hope this is not one of them.
I hope.
They cast J.D. Pardo as the lead, and he was
Ah,
in
good name, good name.
Revolution, which was a show that I found highly underrated. They canceled after 2 seasons, but he
That
was
was,
so good in that show.
Gustavo Fring was the bad guy in that, right? Giancarlo
Yeah,
Esposito?
he was.
Or the
And
antagonist?
He was
yeah.
in that show simultaneous to Breaking Bad, so it was like kind of weird to see that like juxtaposition of his character.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
But
he
they had
was
already-
a bad
they had
guy,
already
but he
filmed
wasn't nearly
Breaking
as
Bad, right?
What?
They had already filmed Breaking Bad, so he wasn't like making it.
Yeah, he was kind of like in between filming, I guess.
Gotcha.
But yeah, he's a good actor. Like the kid thoroughly impressed. He started out not impressing me. Like I didn't give a shit about his character, but
Yeah.
then you see his acting chops when he's got scenes with the guy who played Gus Fring. I don't remember the actor's name. Giancarlo Esposito. There we
Giancarlo
go.
Esposito.
He's a great actor.
He
Great
was
actor.
he was in jail with Eddie Murphy in Trading Places.
He
Watch
was.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
He's
Yeah.
like the skinny Jerry curl guy that's just like got his hands in his pockets. He doesn't say
Holy
anything.
shit!
just
You are
right next
fucking
to Eddie
blowing my
Murphy.
mind right now. Well, that's like 2 people from the '80s that were in Breaking Bad, or 2 people
Oh
from
yeah, because you've got Mike.
Yeah, Mike from
Mike.
the
Ermincher. Yeah, Jonathan Banks. Much easier to say.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I don't know if I'm hopeful for Mayans MC because Bastard Executioner was not fucking good to me at all.
You know what? But Kurt Sutter he's that biker dude. So
Yeah.
I trust his ability to tell a story.
And he's allowed to have misses. That's not.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sometimes
ever-
things are more in your wheelhouse, you know? Like, maybe that's his...
I mean, he put himself in that show as a character. So I feel like he identifies with that world a little bit more. And yeah, Bastard Executioner was just nice try, but no.
Nice. I watched like 3 episodes and I was like, this show is fucking terrible.
I got halfway through the pilot and I was just like,
Oh my god.
Huh. And you know me, dude. I don't
Yeah.
just quit. I don't just quit shit. Like I'll ride some terrible stuff out for a season
Right.
or 3. And I was like, nope, done. I'm out.
I don't blame you one.
Well, I'm like a real hey man, that show's got swords in it. I'm in. That show sucks.
Yeah.
So it didn't even win me over. So
Yeah. Which I always find that
Now,
crazy.
he's married to Katie
you don't even
Seagal,
like
right?
it?
Yeah,
What?
I know.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Well, Kyle doesn't like it. It must be bad. Yeah, like, it's just not.
What'd you say,
Not a
Judy?
good source.
Kurt Sutter is married to Katie Seagal, right? And that's why he's put her in both.
Putting her in shit. She's not in the Mayans MC though, thank God, because otherwise she'd have to be the same character, and you can't do that. You can't do it because she's dead.
Yeah.
Spoilers on that.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Well, literally everybody dies in Sun.
It's
so
yeah,
prepare yourself.
it's kind of one of those things where there's no reason to follow them anymore.
No, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Cause you're dead.
Cause you're dead.
You're dead.
Cause you're
What
dead.
good is he? If
You're
he's
dead.
If he's dead.
You're dead. I want to eat steak.
That's what it
I
says.
know.
That's verbatim
When I
line.
put the steak in my mouth, then it's not going to be real.
And
Cause
taste like
it's
steak.
dead.
We're making him sound a little cartoon like Joe Pesci.
I know. Yeah.
Well, hey, you know what? We
He's
didn't go
actually-
Bill Burr with it like last time.
He's
Cause
actually-
dead.
He's
Cause
actually
dead.
really fucking good in that role, and we're like making him sound like he's like
Yeah,
a
I
I know.
How can he be the one if he's
And
dead?
he's dead.
Hey, it's John G.
Bill
Huh?
Burr, you're right. It's so
John
good.
G. John G. did it. Nah.
All right, so next up is Kyle with his number 3.
God, I'm like, man, I'm trying to even read my paper here. My number 3 is it's Love, man. It's Love, like the show, not the emotion.
Gillian Jacobs show, yeah.
The Gillian Jacobs show. The show really rings true to me. Like last season, I was like, oh man, that season lived that. Not the I work in Hollywood like story, but like all the other stuff, And second season was the same way. There's a quote in second season which is like, oh, it's just like a puzzle, and I like that. Yeah, I felt like that way once upon a time. You'll grow out of that. You'll grow out of that. You don't want to puzzle at some point, but like I get that. Like wanting the challenge seems kind of like exciting to that character or whatever. Like it's that show's very been there for me. It's the most been there show that I think I've ever watched. It's just like it's super relatable in ways that like I never thought a show would be. Because like you just don't get a lot of like real. I mean, the guy side of romantic comedies. Like 500 Days of Summer does it well. Like you just don't get a lot of like that type of guy side of romantic comedies.
Yeah, Expectations versus Reality is one of my favorite rom-com scenes ever, and it's from 500 Days. I love that.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh my gosh, that movie's so good. It makes me mad.
The song playing in the background. Oh
man. But yeah, I just think I don't know what they're gonna do with season 3, but I really appreciate in season 2 that it wasn't like they're breaking up, they're not breaking up, they're like together again. Like it was just them trying to like figure out what this relationship was, and mistakes were made, and I don't know. It just seems real to me. Like the show's written by people who have really been in love and who have really like have felt heartbreak and have really been through this type of stuff, and you don't really get that out of like sitcoms nowadays or other shows. Like you're not getting that like realistic like vision of love, and I think the show is appropriately named, and it's just fucking great, and I can't wait for this third season. Woo!
Woo!
Get it out there.
I'm excited for it.
Cool.
That's a good show. I enjoy that show. One could even say I love that show.
Oh,
That's the
hey,
name of
all
the show.
right, making puns.
Yes.
You guys get it.
All right. Okay. All right. So Have you guys watched this week's South Park, by the way?
I have not. No.
They
Me too.
introduce a female Mr. Mackey. Am I right?
Oh no!
Oh yeah. Oh my God, yeah. And I like Vice Principal Strong Woman.
Yes.
Oh my God! Is this like an alt reality thing, or is
No, it's not. It's too perfect. You just gotta watch it, man.
Oh my God! I'm watching
And they
it.
call
You know what?
counselor
Fuck the
Misconduct?
podcast. I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, Misconduct. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
that's her name.
Misconduct, and
Yeah.
and her like role is to talk about misconduct.
And she talks just like Mackie, but she says, "Am I right?" instead of "okay."
Yeah, am I right?
Oh no!
It's so fucking genius.
But
This show is on
Vice
other levels this year,
Vice
man.
Principal Strong Woman is the girl counterpart to Principal PC Principal.
PC Principal, yeah.
Yeah. It's just
Whose initials are PCP, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever
By the
put
way.
that together.
I don't know,
It's
never
funny
put
to me that
together,
they're
and thank you for
giving up,
shattering
like,
reality for me.
They're like acknowledging that they're like, I don't know, 25 years into the show, and they're like, okay, guys, let's not even pretend with names anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant. They're on a whole other level this season, I swear to God. But okay, so my number 3 is a show that hasn't been on the air. Next year, it'll be 5 years it hasn't been on the air. It's Arrested Development.
Cool.
We're pushing?
Ooh. Thought it was done.
Yeah, no, I thought. Did you already close it out? Hold on.
No,
I
no.
opened it.
Yeah, hey, I'll tell you what I told my last day.
Let me pitch that real quick, everybody.
It's still up. Let me tell you.
What's your number 3, JD?
I got that. Let's see. This is the story of the Baylor Bears. Oh wait, no, that's shit. That's the only other thing that's ever happened in Waco. It's Waco.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
My sister was a Baylor Bear, Baylor Bears, so that joke rang very true to me, so thank you.
I was like, is it the Bears?
welcome.
I didn't even know.
No, my sister went to Baylor for like 4 years, and I spent a lot of time in Waco, which is why this show I'm so excited for, because I'm like, that place is a shithole.
I'm sorry.
Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I apologize, like, big time.
Don't apologize for anything, because that school's like a really like Christian school or whatever.
Yeah,
And my
it's a good
sister
school.
was raised Catholic, so like I don't know, it's really weird. It's a weird school.
Yeah.
Cool.
Weird.
Didn't they have a
culture.
controversy too with the football team? Not to the same level as Penn State, but like
Well,
they had some type of controversy.
They did,
Well,
because
it was the difference with Penn State is there was molestation going on within the team. Baylor
And people knew about it and didn't do anything.
And people knew about it and didn't do shit.
Yeah.
In Baylor, that extended a little bit because that was football and athletic
and it's
program
the whole-
people that were raping people and people or like raping girls and people within the school and athletic department were covering it up. So
okay.
I'm sorry, Baylor is like
it was very
A little
Catholic for that Christian school. Very weird.
yeah, exactly.
a little bit worse in my estimation, just because of the scope and scale of it. But
Right.
yeah,
I mean, they're both
Terrible.
pretty fucking terrible.
yeah, they're both awful. But back to that other fucked up thing that happened in Waco. How about that
Yeah.
trailer, guys?
Yeah,
The trailer
that
was
my,
incredible.
number 7, I think. So, man, I'm glad it made it so high on your list.
That was
format
my
or not.
8. Yeah.
I mean, remember if I had done the traditional format.
No, but you didn't. So you have to die on the hill of your new format. Okay.
Okay, fine. Death by format. Put it on his tombstone.
Good. This is a good choice though, because I've been like, I know Taylor Kitsch is a good actor. You just
Is it
choose.
Kitsch or is it Quiche?
I don't care.
I thought it was
Kitsch. I don't. You just choose the worst roles ever, or your guy does, or whoever
Yeah.
writes the script.
John
He's
Carter, like a whole team of people should have been fired for.
Well, I
for
just
that
feel
one.
like he, you know that he can act. Like you can just look. I don't know. Like there, even like when you're watching like Wolverine, like Origins, you're like, why is this guy in this movie?
You know what? He's in True Detective season 2. So
Yes.
He's good in that.
add some fuel to your fire there and go watch that shit.
He is not the bad.
He's not
part
that
of
good
Scott.
in it.
You know what I mean? That movie, that horrible fucking movie, Tony Scott movie, I think it is. No, not Tony Scott. Who's the guy who did Heat?
Michael Mann,
Is that who did
Heat?
Savages?
who did Savages. I thought that was
Yeah.
an Oliver Stone movie.
No, it is Oliver Stone. You're absolutely right. Sorry, I get all those guys mixed up. Oliver Stone, yeah. He's not the worst part of that movie. That movie's awful.
Yeah, exactly. And I like how he thought John Carter was fun. What should my next career move be? Battleship.
Oh man,
Great career move, bro.
Freaking.
Yeah, he just hasn't been doing.
And is that
like,
all
making any
after
great
Origins?
picks.
Is that Origins, and then he did John Carter, and then okay,
He did
yeah.
all terrible things in a row. Yeah,
I just feel like even Hollywood knows, like he's
he was
good.
good in
They
that.
keep on trying to force him into these big budget movies, but like that's not where he's gonna shine. Like you're putting him in the wrong things to like excel at, you know?
Yeah, seeing his at least the glimpse of his portrayal of David Koresh in the trailer was like enough of a sell. Like that was it. I'm good.
He looked like him.
He did. He looked like him. He fucking talked like that weirdo.
Yeah.
Michael Shannon being the lead is like a big selling point for me too. That guy can do anything.
Yeah, it's a huge selling point for me.
And just the entire saga, the entire Waco saga, is baffling and a baffling period in American history.
Yeah,
and it deserves to be watched on any type of medium in general. I watched
Have
a
y'all
documentary
ever followed? Yeah,
that talked about it. It was there was actually a documentary this year that was called Oklahoma City. I think it's on Netflix, and it is about the Oklahoma City bombing. But the bombing happened on the anniversary of David Koresh. So,
he was down there at the Branch Davidian complex. I think Timothy McVeigh was down there while all that unfolded, and that greatly influenced his decision to go do what he done did.
Like Oklahoma City, the movie, like it kind of like doesn't stop, but when it talks about Waco, it like goes deep into the motivations of David Koresh and what actually happened, what the police say happened, what Koresh says happened. It's a fascinating as fuck story, dude. I'm excited as shit.
Very excited
to see this show.
Yeah,
it obviously we know it ends in heartbreak and shit. Because they were kids with like family, and there were families there.
Yeah, there was like 100 or was it like 80 something people maybe? Crazy,
and the
crazy
cops
stuff.
say there were gas cans, and then of course the conspiracy theorists.
Well, that's the thing is you can't believe either side necessarily.
It's hard
because there's motivations on either side to.
That's the thing too, right? Like that was the thing with when he had the megaphone and was shouting at them and stuff. Like he was not keeping things calm, regardless of who was negotiating with him.
Right.
But at the same time, the cops were kind of antagonizing him because they were getting fucking fed up. So yeah, it's a very bizarre situation. And it's kind of weird that the cops went there in general. Like I think what they went there for is because they had lots of guns. I think it was ATF
originally that started that whole thing. And
exactly. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
They had guns.
You're like, it's Texas, so what else you got?
Right.
But clearly he had something planned. That's what their assumption was, based on the high volume of guns they had.
He was, very cultish.
Yes.
Definitely would agree with investigating the guy, but the fact that it is like the personification.
He did think he was a prophet, so
that he was.
That kind of goes to your head, I hear.
He was the reincarnated version of God. He was Jesus 3.0.
He was God on Earth. Yeah.
There's Jesus and then Joseph Smith.
I could be totally wrong. I could be totally wrong on the reasons as to why the cops went over there, because he is wanted for like legitimate crimes and shit.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, anyway, I can't wait to see the show though and how that plays out in a cinematic format.
Me too.
For sure.
I'm very excited for that show.
Yeah, and it's on Paramount Network, which, by the way, that's Spike TV changing their name.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
so they're
really?
And this is like their venture to taking themselves seriously. They're going to do like more shows like this.
Okay.
So we'll see how that turns out.
Keep Ink Master, because that a non-tatted white boy, I love that show, and I have no idea why. I dated a girl that was really into tattoos, and I'm like, you know what? I appreciate the artwork, so just keep that shit.
Maybe it'll stay, but it is being just quote unquote rebranded as Paramount Network, and they're planning on adding a bunch of miniseries to it. Yellowstone is another one. That's oh my god, that's a Taylor Sheridan show, and it comes next year. God damn it, do I have to change my list? Oh my god, that's a Taylor Sheridan show coming next year. God damn it. Sorry. Okay, for reference for everybody, Hell or High Water, Wind River, Sicario. There you go.
Those Scrub movies. Okay, gotcha.
This is a Kevin Costner show.
Those movies are not very good, so I'm not
they really are. I mean, like, what do wind and a river have to do with one another? Like, that's. Just
if you think that Wind River is going to be in my top 3 this year, you're going to be surprised. So,
just
3 is not a very specific number that I would choose or anything. So don't worry.
It may or may not be outside of my 3 now because of all the things I've seen.
I can't believe it's still on your 10 with how crazy you're getting with your 10s.
Dude, that movie leaves a mark, big time.
Oh, good. We would have had a fight. Let's just say. Like, we put it where, Jeff? Where? Honorable mentions? Okay.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay,
sure,
Jeff.
guy.
Yeah. All right, Jeff. Sure.
Sure, guy who sold me Hell or High Water and Sicario.
Oh, Mr. Movie Guy over here.
Yeah, we're all excited for it, so I guess we got to move on. So Kyle, what's your number 2?
We just pushed it, Jeff. It's Arrested Development.
Oh.
Yeah,
we can't push it anymore.
Can't push it anymore, guys.
We're done.
I'm kind of worried about this show.
Me too.
You know,
Dude Tambor has some shit apparently.
Like left transparent before an investigation could actually happen, and you know, that's fine. That's his choice or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to get into all that shit, but like, it's just I just want this show, and I don't want it at the cost of being like a guy who's just like supporting like bad things that are happening. But I also don't want it to be like stripped down to nothing because they have to like omit people. So like we're in this weird place we're stuck in this weird place as consumers where we have to like care about who these people are in real life, and it's the first time in like life that we've had to like separate. I don't know, or not separate any longer like the art from their artwork, and it sucks. You know, and you know, we'll see like what the next couple months bring or whatever. But like, it doesn't kill my hype for the show. Arrested Development's always been one of my favorite shows.
Piece, man. There's nothing
exactly.
Jeffrey Tambor can ruin.
It's like one guy maybe screwing up. You got to remember that there's 8 other major characters, probably more than that. I'm just throwing out that number, and then there's all these writers and all these staffers, all these people working on this show. So, you know, a show I don't know should get demonized just because of like one person's actions, but like, you know, that one person should.
I mean, Transparent's going to continue.
Just like
House of Cards will continue.
And I'm glad that these shows aren't suffering from like, you know, their corrupted links. I guess you could say.
It's not like that Jeremy Piven show, which looked like ass to begin with, where it's like it's being canceled.
I love Jeremy Piven, so like, yeah. I agree with you. It looked like shit. So.
It's a CBS show, no surprise.
You know, that guy went from HBO to CBS. It says something about your career. Sorry, Jeremy. Go make that car salesman movie.
Lloyd!
I don't know, guys. I really like this movie. I really like the last season. I know people are of very many minds about that season because of how it was shot, how it was done. I loved it. I thought it was really smart. You and I were getting stuff out of it months after it released. You know, I'm just like, oh man, there are just things that you can point out that like are in the background that like connect things together that you don't think should be connecting. Just really smart, you know, and I want that again. I want that smart comedy. We don't have that type of comedy right now. We have a comedy vacuum, you know, with like Community being gone and all this stuff. You know, not that we don't have a comedy like this is kind of what I'm trying to say, and I just hope that we get it, you know, and I think we will.
I legitimately couldn't even think of one outside of like the normal shit, South Park, Rick and Morty.
Yeah, and
it's a struggle.
Yeah, they're great, and I love those shows, and they're not going anywhere, but like we don't have anything else, you know. Like,
exactly.
Ghosted is fun, but it's not making top 10 lists. You know?
No.
like I can take digestible, fun shows, but I need that like high caliber, amazing comedy. You know that like that we just have a void of right now. So you know, save us Arrested Development.
I think the reason that I included it on the list, and I'm sure that you guys did too, was that as far as 2018 goes, Netflix has said it's going to come out in 2018, and all the entire cast is back. So
yeah, and they said exactly.
I'll take them at their word, you know.
And it's not going to be this disjointed shoot where they're like everyone's separated or anything again. Like it's going to be a real Arrested Development season, and get hype, guys. You know, it's going to be good.
Yeah. I'm super excited about it. JD had it at number 8 because of his dumbass format.
Hey,
Yep.
oh,
JD, I really hope you really think about doing formats again.
I really hope you think about it at the beginning of this episode when you guys are both like, "No, that's actually not that bad of an idea."
And as we drink more, we're like, "Your idea's stupid."
Yeah,
JD.
I know exactly. Look, just because it doesn't look, I'm just trying to change the world. Okay, that's all I'm trying to do. Change the world.
You know what? I applaud you for sticking to your guns. I appreciate that.
Well, it's mostly out of laziness. I wish I could take like creative achievement recognition for it, but no, it's mostly out of laziness.
Good.
But whatever, it's all good.
Oh, wait, should we talk about like on-mens as we're on number 2? I know I already did my number 2.
JD,
What are
I'm
on-mens?
next. I'm next on number 2. Sorry. All right. My number 2. Here we go. Drum roll. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that dramatic. Too Old to Die Young is my number 2.
What is that? What are you talking
No?
about?
Okay. This is the Nicholas Winding Refn TV show that's going to be coming to Amazon.
Yeah, this is the show I go, I'm going to add that to my list. And I did.
He just announced the cast this week, and it is projected to come in 2018. Who knows if it will? But Nicholas Winding Refn does crime really well. Look at Drive, and there's some of that in Only God Forgives, but that's more of an existential type of movie as well. But he's just so good with crime stories, like even if they're slow burn, and this can give him an opportunity to do a real slow burn and just have us just take in all these visuals. But yeah, it's all about the criminal underbelly of L.A. It is an existential show too, but it follows the journeys of characters from being killers to becoming samurais.
Wait,
no,
I'm sorry.
no bullshit.
What?
That's what the thing says.
I'm so in!
That's what it says.
Nicholas Winding Refn and Samurais? Say no more.
That sounds like too good to be true.
I know
We
it
have
does.
Jenna Malone back working with her,
Good.
working with Nicholas Winding Refn again. She was in the
I hope
Neon
she
Demon.
fucks
She was
another
fantastic.
corpse. Wait.
Miles
Oh my
Teller
God.
is the lead, which is crazy. I didn't, it's one of those things where he gets cast in these Oscar type of movies or TV shows, and you're like, that guy really? And then he kills it, and you're like, all right, my bad. Like, there's something about him that like is just inherently kind of like fuck that guy, like.
Why is that ingrained in us? Where I just want
don't
to automatically
know.
go,
It's the duck face. It's the
Is
duck
it?
face.
Maybe.
Must be.
Or just a douchey presentation in general. It feels like
Well,
I
then
don't
you
know.
hear the stories about
Yeah.
how they're kind of a young douchey guy, and I'm just like, dude, who are
I
you?
do hear that, yeah. John Hawkes is in it too, and that dude is just a fucking tremendous actor. When you see his face, you're like, that guy. That's right.
Oh, yeah,
he's,
yeah.
he's always doing the smaller roles, but he always makes a big impression. He's in 3 Billboards too, and he plays Frances McDormand's ex-husband, and he is great. It's
Cool.
like flip a switch, and he's intense as fuck. He's so good. He mostly impressed me in The Sessions from a couple years, 5 years ago, where he was a paralyzed dude, or was in an iron lung basically. And he never had sex, but he wanted to before he died. So Helen Hunt was like his sex therapist. And yeah, it's a really great movie. And it's another movie that's like you can make it more about it's got sex in it, but it's about way more than that, And you'll cry like a fucking bitch at the end of the movie, like Inside Out cry. It'll be ugly. It's so good.
Man, I
No,
like
Bing
Inside
Bong,
Out
no!
crime.
Ping pong.
That's the
I'm
worst
sorry.
type of crime.
Spoilers for that movie? I don't know. Sorry.
Well, he is invisible anyway, but you know what? It's not about that.
My God.
Billy
Don't.
Baldwin's in it. Good for him for getting work. Yeah, that's about all the cast that anybody will recognize. But regardless, it's Nicholas Winding Refn, and regardless of my impressions of Neon Demon, I mean, this doesn't really feel like it'll be like that. I don't know. I could be wrong. It could be like fucking last 3 episodes are full blown, equivalent of Jenna Malone
Look,
totally
I
finger
love
blasting a corpse.
I love Neon Demon.
Me
Like
too.
I know you
Thanks,
guys
JD.
were like
Thank you, JD.
you
No,
guys
you
had
guys.
me.
That's Jeff. Don't
No,
you
okay,
guys
well, okay, okay, all right. Jeff had me walking on eggshells on that one, and I got done with it, and I'm like, am I fucking weird for loving this?
No,
Like,
no, no,
what
no. The thing
the?
about Jeff, the
Like,
thing
this
about
was
Jeff
so
not loving that
good.
movie is that he set my expectations up perfectly.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
knocked
he-
it,
okay.
because it knocked
It was
it out
just
apart
like-
for you.
No, it wasn't even that like, because you never said I hated that movie.
Right.
You're like,
Yeah.
you need to see this. You need to form your own opinion on it. It's
You
very
just said
like,
that goddamn
it was the
right
things
turn.
that you said about it that I'm just like, oh, okay, and like,
Right.
I don't know. I went in, I think, with the right expectations. I think you set me up to like that movie, Jeff. And I don't know if you did that on purpose, but like, yeah.
I definitely did not. Join me on this journey.
Join me on this journey.
Oh my God.
Throw up an eyeball.
It's not the Magic School Bus, guys. Come on, it's Neon Demon.
It's whatever. I'm still a fan of the director's work. Bronson's a great movie. People forget he did that.
Dude, he did Bronson?
Yeah.
Bronson is good. If you've never seen it, go watch it.
I'm good.
It's so good.
I
if
need
you want
to
see some Tom Hardy dick,
Dude,
go see
Tom
it.
Hardy.
Nice.
If you want to know why Tom Hardy's like an actor right now, like it's like maybe it's not because of this movie, but he puts on the fucking zaniest performance you've ever seen him do. So
Now,
Yeah,
when you
100%.
see his dick, is he wearing a mask and I can only look at his eye?
No.
Oh, man.
he's
So this is a full face.
Kind of how
You're
I'm used to
seeing
seeing him lately.
him and
Don't know how I'm going to do with the full frontal face and dick at the same time. It's going to be a little weird.
Oh my god. All right, so we're moving on to JD's number 2. I'm sure it's really great.
Yeah, it is. It's Castle Rock, which
Fuck yeah.
which could be mistaken for the Castle Rock and the land. Like
I know.
when I saw this
show,
listed,
it's like we're doing a Castle Rock show on on Hulu or whatever on Amazon Prime.
It is Hulu, yeah.
I'm cool. It's a Game of Thrones phenomenon.
Yeah, I made that mistake too, and I had to go back. I'm like, oh wait, this is its own thing. But
Hey guys, Stephen King made a weird choice.
Stephen King. Yeah, I'll watch the shit out of this, man. That trailer is for a minute and a half. Boy, that's got me hooked. Like,
Wait,
hook, line,
wait.
and sinker.
We're expecting Black Mirror next year, right? Maybe Jeff.
Jeff is expecting it this year.
Yeah, I'm expecting it at Christmas time. In
Really?
honesty. Yeah.
Shut up. No, it's not.
We
We already
they're
got
releasing...
Well, because they got like 3 trailers just last
They
week.
got 2
or
trailers left to show. And I'm thinking at the end of it, they'll be like, boom, surprise, it's coming this month.
I would literally shit myself.
I mean, they don't really have like a TV show for people to watch at the end of December. They only have Bright, that shitty Will Smith movie that will probably fall flat.
Yeah, well,
And-
let me. Hey, spoilers. Yes, it will.
And they have a Dave Chappelle stand-up special on New Year's Eve.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
they gotta have
Great
more
and
than
everything,
That. Yeah,
but-
no,
It's like-
you're right. They gotta have more than that. I'm there with
And
you.
also,
on
it
that.
just feels weird to like have full-blown trailers for every single episode and then be like, coming February or something like that. Like,
or
I don't know.
even coming June. You're like, what?
You're clearly done with all this. Like, just fucking give it to us. Damn. It just feels like we have too much information on the show to not have it by the end of the...
After we're talking it out right now, it feels very Punisher to me. We're getting Punisher stuff in October, like trailers, and like we're not committing to a date, and more trailers, and we're not committing to a date, and then we're committing to a date, and it's coming out 2 weeks later. You know, like I think that's how. I think you're right. I think you're right.
But I think it's more... Punisher was probably going to end up coming sooner if not...
It was, but it didn't, so they had to change their
tragedies and
marketing.
stuff.
Yeah, they had to change their marketing. I think that they're still kind of taking some lessons from that, where they're like, yeah, we're going to talk about it now, and then we're going to announce this date like 2 or 3 weeks out, you know?
Right.
And you'll be surprised, yay!
That's what I'm hoping. If it ends up being... Well, we'll just reshoot the episode if it comes out next year. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really excited for Castle Rock, though, for sure, though. Like, that trailer is chock full of Easter eggs. It's super exciting. And Castle Rock is a frequent town, right, for Stephen King's works.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's kind of, like, grounded. I don't know how it's... there's a lot of mystery. I don't know how that's going to play in...
connected universe in a TV show. I mean,
that's what it seems like, because they did show, like, a Shawshank, like, correctional... something on a van or something, and I was like, get the fuck out, Shawshank.
Oh yeah.
And all the character names that I've seen so far I don't recognize, but you know, you got some good actors in there. Andre Holland is in it, who was in Moonlight last year, and he was tremendous. Jane Levy, who was from the Evil Dead remake thing. Bill Skarsgård, who played It, so there's a giant connection there.
Damn.
Atomic Blonde, yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, he was in Atomic Blonde too. Holy shit, that's right.
He's good in that. Yeah,
Who was
he's great.
Skarsgård in Atomic Blonde?
He's the like Weasley like helper guy who like
Yeah.
was
Oh
helping her.
my god.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
him, dude. You just don't
Wow.
recognize him because he doesn't have clown makeup on.
Damn.
There's other people in it too. Terry O'Quinn, John Locke himself from.
Oh yeah, the
Lost
Man in
is
Black
it.
himself. Wait,
Hey, look, he was not the Man in Black. Okay, that was
Look.
not John Locke.
look,
All right.
it's not my Man in Black. My Man in
I
Black.
don't know what y'all are talking about. and it sounds
Watch,
like Lost.
watch Lost.
Here's
Watch
the
Don't tell me that, JD.
What? Look, I'm trying to give you some solid recommendations.
That's
the,
an old show. Don't put that on my table.
I'm putting it on your table right fucking now.
It's worth it.
The titles of all of the books that were referenced in the trailer are It, Dolores Claiborne, Needful Things, Salem's Lot, Shawshank Redemption, Dreamcatcher, Night Shift, Green Mile, Misery,
I love
Parson Atlantis,
Dreamcatcher.
The Shining, The Mangler, Four Past Midnight, Different Seasons, Nightmares and Dreamscapes, and The Night Flyer.
Just those?
Just those. No, I can't even think of one after that.
I'm the only person in the history of the
Why?
world that likes the movie Dreamcatcher. Just
Oh, yeah, you are. That is correct.
Seriously. No. And let me go further. Nobody likes that book either, so I have no idea how it became a movie.
That's true. Yeah, I haven't yet to encounter somebody going, man, they really fucked up that
No,
book.
seriously, it's actually a really good book. You should read it. No one said that ever!
What I think also works in Castle Rock's favor big time is the fact that it's in the created by field. It has J.J. Abrams, and this guy
True. It's
does
Bad
not
Robot.
miss. He doesn't miss on TV shows.
You see Bad Robot, you know you're getting quality.
Exactly. The last show he put his name on or put his production company on was Person of Interest. Great show. I just haven't gotten all the way through it.
Yeah, same here.
I want to watch that show too because
like
I know
procedurals that much
Nolan's
anymore.
brother writes for it, right? Or the first season he did?
He did, yeah. Jonah, yeah.
Yeah.
And also he put his name on. Obviously, he put his name on fucking Westworld. I think everybody did that could.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
But yeah,
Hey, I
obviously
would've,
you put
and
his name
you'll
on that.
It's like a
You're
fucking
not
NASCAR.
satisfied,
Just
so-
people are lining up to put their names on it.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm fucking so. I'm so excited for that show, dude. Castle Rock. I love the mystery surrounding it.
I know it, man.
So you told me immediately that it's like an anthology show, and I immediately go, "Oh, so it's gonna be like Trick or Treat, like the movie that no one ever talks about. That's really great." It's anthology in that way, like Twilight Zone or something like that. Like it's
Now I have no idea. Like watching the.
when you're watching the trailer.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this?
Don't say that, yeah. Because it'd be cool if every week it's a story that took place in every one of his movies. Like, oh, this is your It story, and this is your Dreamcatcher story, or whatever. Like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out.
Yeah, we'll see. And I'm definitely most curious about it. JD has it pretty fucking high.
Yeah.
Format
Format or not, I don't care.
Format!
Format. Yeah, I mean, realistically, this would probably be like number 4 or 5 or whatever. But
Bless you.
yeah, I'm intrigued by the anthology nature of it, and Stephen King can do no wrong. So, well, he
No
can
wrong.
do some wrong.
No,
He can do some wrong.
He
can do a
fast
lot.
forward?
He can do it.
Okay, thank
He
you.
can do a lot.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
I'm like, no wrong.
Scratch that, rewind,
We're gonna have to
reverse
talk
it.
about that for the next 20 minutes.
Stephen King can do a lot wrong, but this
When his
trailer...
adaptations are great, they're fucking like fire.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
Say, Stephen King, watch
Exactly.
the Langoliers and tell me he's done no wrong.
I've already retracted my statement. Okay?
Retract the thing about your fucking kids.
Yeah, retract that thing about my fucking...
Take the thing back about your fucking movies.
All right. So that does lead us to our number ones. But does anybody have any honorable mentions? I have a
I
few.
do. I have some on-mens. I do.
Okay. Go
Should
for
I-
it, man.
Should I go, really?
Yeah, do it.
I'm kind of interested in the Alienist, but it's on TNT, so I'm
too.
like, maybe I'm not, because it's on TNT.
I don't. Here's the thing with that.
They
I
know
feel
drama.
Like the people involved in that movie, in that show, wouldn't be involved in it if it was ass. Because it's Daniel Bruhl and Luke Evans,
Sure.
and it just feels like they wouldn't do a TNT show if it was ass.
I like Daniel
Like-
Bruhl.
I
Daniel
just feel
Bruhl's
like
amazing.
it's Mindhunters, but like 100 years before. So like,
Yeah, it is about
it's like-
hunting a serial killer.
So like back then, like when they were hunting serial killers, they were going off of like the shape of people's brains and the way that like skulls were shaped. It was very rudimentary. Like it was not like the psychological nature that Mindhunter is taking. It was like the physical nature of like what the body looked
Yeah.
like. It's a biological nature. Very interested in that show. I just like TNT just throws me off, but you've kind of mitigated that a little bit by telling me who's involved, so that kind of makes me feel
Yeah.
better. I had no idea.
I know
Luke
Dakota
Evans was
Fanning's
involved.
in it, and she's not a bad actress. I just never see her or anything now that she's an adult. So,
Yeah, her sister's kind
That
of
could
like
be
taking
good.
the world by fire now.
dude, yeah, her sister is ridiculously talented. Like, I knew from Super 8, oh my god, she's going to surpass Dakota.
Oh my god. I so forgot she was in Super 8.
Who is she in
Ah.
Super 8?
She was
Like
The blonde girl.
the girl. Yeah.
Was she the girl?
I
Okay,
had no idea that was her sister. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Super 8, and I think all those kids are like fantastic actors. I think they're great.
Oh, they're all great. Yeah.
It's
that's
Stranger Things.
true.
I think I described as like what I wanted out of Super 8. Like I loved Super 8 when it came out, but I wanted a little bit more.
See, and I'm saying Stranger Things is just a Super 8 TV show, right? Because it's.
Fair
I don't
enough.
want to say that Super 8 is just like it's Goonies reincarnated, but it's like they at least got actors that were children who were able to act like in a way that like didn't piss me off.
Yeah, no, true.
Entertainment champion, child patent hater. You know,
Child
Right,
hate.
you just live up to your name.
patent hater, your child actor.
Copywritten.
Copyright.
Cary Fukunaga is at it again. Cary Fukunaga created The Alienist, so that's another.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
great.
Dude is busy next year with True Detective. Well, not True Detective. I'm sorry. What is he doing? Somebody brought him up.
Hold on.
Maniac.
Maniac. Yeah.
Yeah, Maniac.
Do you have any others?
Me?
Yeah.
I have Alex Inc., which is just a Zach Braff show, and I'm like, oh, Scrubs, I want to watch that. And that's literally the only reason I want to watch that show.
I hear you.
It's an ABC show. It's going to be really bad. It's going to be canceled after 4 episodes air, and that's literally how I feel about that show.
Your fucking hope for that show is hilarious.
What? My hope of 4 episodes airing and it being canceled? Yeah, you're right, Jeff. I'm very hopeful.
I also have some movies that are being adapted to TV shows. Hannah is being adapted into a TV show. Kind of want to see how that plays out.
I don't want to see that.
What?
No.
What?
No.
That movie's badass. I hate you. All right. I already said I hate you. So
it's fine.
another one is Snowpiercer.
Wait.
Snowpiercer is being made into a TV show.
I didn't know that. That's
Just
crazy.
genuinely curious how
That's
that's going to
crazy
play
to me.
out.
I'll watch that. Yeah.
Yeah, Scott Derrickson, who did Doctor Strange, I think he did the pilot for it. So there's some names involved that you'll at least recognize. Jennifer Connelly, I think she's in it too. Yeah, so that's cool. And what else? What's another movie? Oh, they're turning. Remember when they announced they're doing a Nurse Ratched from Once?
Oh
Once.
yeah.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
Once.
Nest.
Yeah, I remember. I remember that.
They're doing a
nurse in
prequel
that
to that. I don't know if it's going to come out next year, but I remember reading that what's her name is cast in it, who's in every Ryan Murphy thing, because it is a Ryan Murphy thing. What's her name?
Damn.
She's in every American Horror Story.
What's her name?
Oh, is it the blonde actress? I can't.
I think so. Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's perfect for the role, honestly. Like, she can really play that well. They're doing a Lost in Space Netflix show, and because it's in the right hands...
That's on my list, is Lost in Space, yep.
Yeah, because it's in the right hands, who fucking knows? Who fucking knows what's going to happen with that?
It's not a good show. You know, it's like a family, Swiss
Lily
Family
Raven.
Robinson, like a sci-fi show. But, like, I just think, like, if you're trying to make a new sci-fi show right now, I'm in. Like, I'll check you out at least, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to check it out. I don't recognize anybody's name that I'm, like, super pumped about.
Me neither.
You know, the directors of Gods of Egypt, so look forward to that. We'll see how good this is.
Immediately not excited about this show anymore.
You mean the gods of Egypt that have British accents and that are whiter than I am? Those gods?
Those guys, exactly.
Those gods? Okay.
I was also going to bring up, there's a show called Terror. Hold on. I got to look this up to remind myself why the fuck I put it on here. Oh, it's an AMC show, and the reason I put it on is because it's about a plague that strikes a crew in the 1800s of like a ship or whatever, and they're forced into cannibalism, and it sounds fucking bleak, and then they're hunted by a monster. We'll see. It could be one of those AMC shows that's like it just fucking just dies immediately. Who knows? Lock and Key is another one, but I don't think that's a 2018 show. I'm going to be honest. They've been trying to make that fucking show forever.
Actually,
like,
Lock and Key was originally a movie, and Dan Trachtenberg was actually going to direct it. Like,
oh, holy shit!
Dan
Wow.
Trachtenberg, yeah. That's actually why he stopped doing his internet show, The Totally Rad Show, because he was going to direct that movie, and it totally got scrapped. And he...
Damn.
His
Hulu...
whole career fell out from underneath him until he did 10 Cloverfield Lane. and that's kind of like
Hulu. That's amazing though that he ended up doing 10 Cloverfield Lane because that movie's fucking amazing.
So fucking good, dude.
And he deserves. And then he did a Black Mirror episode that was incredible
it's
too.
So good, yeah. Oh my god, the video game episode. Oh,
yeah,
so
the video game one.
Yeah, it's so good.
The Hulu saved this show, I guess, because they kept doing pilot episodes and shit of this show, and it just never happened. It didn't get picked up. But Hulu saved it, creating a new pilot. They brought Carlton Cuse in, Scott Derrickson, these names we already mentioned. And actually, Derrickson, I'm sorry, he was replaced by Andy Muschietti, who did It. So that's cool to have a name that's drawn to some type of movie success. Mm-hmm. And they cast one of the roles. So I'm kind of excited about Lock and Key. Everybody tells me it's amazing that reads the graphic novels or comics.
I hear the same thing. Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm so sorry. I think he was doing Why the Last Man. Dan Trachtenberg.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. No.
I need that in my life right now.
I have everything so wrong.
Okay.
He left his show to do Why the Last Man.
Holy shit. That does sound right.
Which obviously never happened. So.
Right.
I have the first volume of that on my bookshelf.
It's such a good graphic
to get to
novel,
it.
Dude.
I read all of it. It's amazing.
Have you really read it, Jeff?
Yeah,
oh my
I read
God,
all of it.
It's so good.
Goddamn incredible.
So good.
Yeah.
If that
Michael Green,
I'll do it.
Michael Green is the last name to be brought up as the showrunner for that show. Why the Last Man, that is. But he just recently left American Gods. It could be in limbo at the moment. He's the one that helped co-write like Blade Runner 2049 and Logan. He's had a lot of success this year.
Logan!
And American Gods, of course. But he just left that show, like I said. That's all my honorable mentions. Do you have any other ones?
I don't know. You crossed mine off, so thank you.
Sweet. JD, do you have any, or was this too hard?
No, the funny thing about my format is it did not allow for honorable mentions. So I'm sorry. It's the format's fault, not mine.
Look,
no,
it
sounds like it's your fault, but it's fine.
Look, I don't need you calling me out on my bullshit. I really don't. But
right,
no, seriously,
Kyle,
this was a tough list to scrap together.
We're at number ones now. We're going to start with yours, and I think I know what it is.
What do you think it is?
It's
Twin Peaks season 5 with Mark Frost only.
It comes out in 2032.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
David Lynch said no, and Mark Frost is like, yeah, which is literally what happened with season 1 and season 2. Season 1 was all David Lynch, and season 2 was pretty much all Mark Frost, but whatever. No, my number 1 is Westworld, and I'm
called it.
Way too many whiskeys in, so way too Westworld. When Westworld came on, it was my number 1 show of the year. It was the first time that Game of Thrones had ever been dethroned by something. And I think it ended up like third. They got dethroned by 2 things, like Stranger Things. I also. I really like this show, man. And it ended with showing samurai, so we're going to Samurai World or Tokyo World or whatever that is. So, yeah, sign me up for that. And I hear there's rumors we might be going to, like, a medieval world, like Night World or whatever. Yeah. So, like, there's just a lot of, like, rumors that other parks are going to be in this season. But I'm really interested to see, like, what's going on with Dolores, why everything happened the way it happened in that park was. And it seemed like the creator of the park, this is all spoilers, but whatever, kind of knew what was going on the entire time, kind of expected all this to happen. So I'm very excited to see like where things pick up from this season. I'm excited for Ed Harris to be back. I just love this show, man. It's like, Game of Thrones is going to be gone next year? I mean, we're getting Westworld, so who fucking cares, And I don't really mean that. That's just what I say to make myself feel
It's a
better.
coping mechanism, for sure.
It's a coping mechanism, exactly.
It helps.
Because we didn't get Westworld last year, so it's just like, we're trading off every year, and it's fine for me. I can deal with that.
I just figured out JD's number 1, even though I should have figured it out, but alcohol, and my mind is blown right now.
Is it?
Sorry. Anyway, go ahead, Kyle. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I can't figure it out, so that means I'm stupid, and Jeff is smart. My brain will not make me figure problems out. I don't know. Westworld's just really great, man, and I think it ended really strong. It was just such a good season for me. Like, it was so strong for me. We just don't have shows like this. We just don't. We just don't get a lot of shows like this, and I'm glad
who's
that.
In, season 2, Floki's in season 2.
Fuck off!
Yeah,
Dude.
the actor who plays Floki is in season 4.
Floki had a really good Vikings season 1 episode this season, so good for that guy for like just having a
Okay, seriously,
busy career right now.
is Vikings actually good?
Who are you gonna ask, Jeff or I? Because you're gonna get two different answers.
Look, both, man, because like my ex-girlfriend loved it, and I'm like, all right,
I mean,
we're
it
gonna
just
have to,
really
like-
depends. I really like period pieces about cultures, I just really like learning about different cultures and stuff like that. And if you like that type of stuff, then yes, like it's going to be really good for you because it is culturally appropriate. It is mostly historically accurate, except for everything that has to do with Ragnar because he's a made-up person.
Okay.
He's a legend. Like they talked about Ragnar, like he is like Hercules. Like think about him like that, He is a figurative, like kind of figure that was passed on through lore that like kind of worked his way into like real history somehow. But like it just really depends on how if you like that type of stuff. Like,
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I liked the show. It's just one of those things that I realized that I was spending more as I watched the show. I was spending more time on devices or doing something else as I was.
And that's the
watching it. And I
thing,
was
yeah. If
what am I
the
doing?
show's not, if you're not engaged enough with the show, and the show's, it can get slow. Like there's a lot of talking and like philosophizing and stuff like that, and it's not always like interesting. I'm not saying it needs to be action oriented, but it's not always like engaging. So like,
Okay.
it's just, I don't know. It's a show that you'll just have to try out, man. You'll know if you
More
like
people
it.
do say it's great than don't. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I've encountered anybody that hates that show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be
All right.
honest.
I think it's one
That's
of the
what,
better
like,
shows that's
5
still
seasons
airing
in
right
now, or 4?
It's on its
on-
5th season right now.
Yeah, it just started
Okay.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
With Jonathan Rhys Davies is in it now,
We're
and
at
he's so perfect for that show.
Cool.
I could just
Is he the
picture
knight?
him in
Is that
it.
the knight?
He's the newest character. I assume it's the
The white guy, like the new white,
Yeah, it's a
the
white guy.
Viking. Yeah, he's the new knight. Yeah, he's
okay.
he's a warrior of God. He's a chaplain.
Mhm.
He's amazing. He's good.
I hear he's a difficult human being in life, but I mean, I look at him and I'm like, yeah, that guy should be in Vikings.
Yeah,
It's just perfect. He was in the Tudors. I mean,
Jeff,
yeah,
you'll
he's-
know. JD, you'll know in the first season if the show's for you or not.
Okay.
Like, it's,
all right.
It
That's
never
for sure.
really like the only thing that changes about that show is the quality and the budget. Like it
Okay.
kind of just tonally everything kind of sticks the same through that show. Like it
I
doesn't.
mean, I've
like,
seen it advertised because my guilty pleasure stuff is like American Pickers, Pawn Stars, like any of that Americana shit they show on History Channel.
Yeah.
And they've
like,
always, like I always get disappointed by their miniseries. I find like I've tried those out, and I always end up like Hatfields and McCoys.
history has really struck like lightning in a bottle with Vikings. Like it's
Okay.
not like history to like have a show like this on their channel. You know what
Okay,
I mean?
if it's
Right.
the exception to the rule, then I might
It's the
be
exception to
inclined
the
try
rule,
that.
and they're about to do a new show called Nightfall, and it hasn't come out yet, and I'm very excited for that. And it's just
Okay.
Vikings, but in Europe. If
Oh.
that makes any sense. It's just Vikings, but it's knights instead.
yeah.
Okay.
I have
So
heard of
like,
that.
I wonder if that's going to be good. I don't know. This is going to be the true test of if Vikings is kind of like lightning in a bottle for them or not, success-wise.
Right. I was going to say some cast members that joined other than Floki. Jonathan Tucker was in Revolution and Kingdom. He played the older brother in Kingdom. He is amazing as an actor. He is unbelievably good.
Who is he in Vikings?
Jonathan Tucker? Nobody. He's in
Oh, I'm sorry.
Westworld. Sorry. I shifted back to Westworld.
No. Good for you because we need to get back on track. So good.
And
what a
then
warrior.
Hiroyuki Sanada. I don't know if I'm saying that right,
That
but you
sounds like a
recognize
car.
this. You'll
Okay.
recognize this guy 100%. You'll recognize this guy when you look him up because he was in. He's been in so many things, dude. He was in the Wolverine. He was in Speed Racer. Holy shit!
He's in the Last
Sunshine.
Samurai.
Last Samurai, Sunshine. Yeah, Last Samurai. He was like the antagonistic samurai towards Tom Cruise.
Yeah, and he's the scientist in Sunshine. He's a very, very, very good Japanese actor, and him being added to the second season makes me very excited.
Yeah, because we heard about samurais or something, right? Or being hinted at, right?
Well, I mean, you see him in the end of season 1.
That's right.
Yeah.
Of course, I
Yeah.
forget.
It's
been
not even.
so
Yeah,
long.
it's not even like an article. Yeah, it's just like that's the reality.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that. I'm glad you included it and at a logical number, unlike JD.
Hey,
like JD. But,
Hey.
The format,
like
the
20
format.
or whatever.
hey,
It's just fun to shit on it. I don't know why. It's just fun to shit on your format.
whatever. That's fine. And you know what? I'm glad you brought up Westworld because this whole time, I've been wondering where the fuck I knew Billy Russo from The Punisher from. He was in fucking
it's
Westworld.
Yes.
So like you
Westworld.
talking about it, I was like, I finally put the face together, and I'm like, oh yes, exactly. That's why I like this guy.
Yep.
Sexually, I mean, wait, what?
There's no denying that shit.
No, there's no denying. No, I have. I got through that amazing episode 10, and I was like, well, shit. No, I'm done. Like for the night. So I dove into Prisoners after that, and got my mind blown by that. But no, I've got the final 3 episodes of Punisher to go. So that'll be this weekend.
Nice.
You liking it?
I'm really liking it. I don't know where I sit on the spectrum of Jeff and Kyle.
I don't either.
Where I land?
I don't even know where I sit on the spectrum of Jeff and Kyle. So yeah.
Okay. Well, damn.
Yeah.
We got
I mean,
problems
like
then.
seriously, I don't like. You know, like if you were like Kyle, like rank those shows now, I'd be like, oh fuck.
So far, I'm enjoying it. I appreciate the shit out of episode 9 and 10. Collectively, I do wish the show had been a little more like both of those episodes the whole time. But again, I'm a patient viewer, so I can appreciate the build-up.
For a show called The Punisher, who's known for just torturing and just making not a lot of that.
No, there's a lot of just like quick kills.
He did a lot of that in season 2 of Daredevil. So
None of
Yeah.
that.
It's
So,
mostly
kinda
like,
like
oh, when I
stepped
feel
away
like
from
killing you, you're dead in 2 seconds. Bam. So.
yeah, I was expecting like even in the movie, like he fakes like torches a guy's back, you know, but he uses a popsicle instead. It's really stupid.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to talk about it, but like there was at least that he was at least like torturing somebody, you know, like
Right.
not a lot of that, not a lot in this episode or season.
But I like it. I like it. I'm
Loved
definitely
it too, man. Loved it more than
definitely
most.
somebody that'll recommend it.
I'd recommend it. Yeah.
yeah, I'd recommend it. Yeah, especially to those that I know like Marvel stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, if they're deep in it and they've watched a majority of the stuff on Netflix, I would definitely say, hey, go watch
Better
John
than Luke
Bernthal,
Cage, you know?
Punisher.
Better than
You don't know
Luke Cage
anything.
and, Iron Fist, so if you watch those, you might as well watch
go have dinner with your wife, Micro. Is that Micro for your penis or what?
I'm gonna go have dinner.
I love when he gets really drunk and he's like, well, you did kiss my wife, you know.
Yeah. And then I
Fucking hell,
love
I would be too.
I'm gonna say this to you one time. I'm not interested in your wife. And then it goes through this whole thing where he's like, he's totally wrapped up in the idea of his wife, whatever. And then they have that elevator scene with Ian Carr, and you're like, damn,
Yeah.
it's possible. We could
yeah.
ship them. Let's
I
ship
don't
them.
think those two will ever bork, though.
I don't think they'll ever bork because they're only ever going to be around each other when she's about to die. Like,
That's
like-
true. That's what she is.
like if they ever go on a date together or something, like, yeah, it could totally happen. But if she almost dies on that date, nah, never.
Yeah.
No,
It feels like more of a familial love than some type
It's
of...
a
That's what I-
protector-
that's what I
protector
think, too.
protected
I
thing.
think it's
Absolutely.
He knows that like she can make a difference, and like you know what I mean. Like I didn't.
Yeah, I think he respects her in a way that's just like, I will do. I would
he
die so that
kisses
your
her,
work can
you know,
continue.
it's like a fatherly kiss or a brotherly. You know what I mean? Like he kisses
Yeah.
her like on the cheek
Yeah,
or the
totally.
forehead or whatever. You know, it's just like it's very like I will always be here to protect you, but like yeah, I don't know. That's just me.
I agree.
Cool, man. Well, I'm going on to my number one, if that's cool. If anybody else
No,
wants
can I
to
talk
say
about
that.
Fuck
Westworld?
that
Not
shit.
Westworld for another 20 minutes.
We'll start a Westworld podcast. All right. So my number one is, this is like the biggest rule I'm breaking because I'm pretty sure it's not going to come out in 2018. But you really never know. I'm going to be honest. So my number one is The Eddy. And
Okay.
nobody's going to have this on their list.
Nope.
It's fine with me.
Talk about.
Kyle, did you want to push it? Because it's
I don't know what
2.5.
we're talking
Yeah,
about.
we're gonna push that to the 2018.
Maybe when you start
episode of Most
explaining it, I'll be like, oh,
Anticipated.
I know all these people. But right now, I'm like, he just made this up. He made this. Whatever.
This is a musical drama that could potentially, well, no, not could potentially. Netflix picks it up to series for 8 episodes, and it's going to be set in Paris, and it will be multicultural. It'll have English, French, and Arabic in it.
Ew.
And it sounds like it'll be the movie. It sounds like it'll be like the movie, or at least an adaptation of what it's not going to be, but it sounds like it. That Emma Stone's character in La La Land goes and makes, because Damien Chazelle created the show.
Oh, damn it.
I see.
Does that explain the
For
number
Ryan.
one
Why
spot?
did you not
right
tell
there.
me this going into it, Jeff?
I know, yeah. I feel like it should
Sneaky,
be a show
sneaky
you
bitch.
should have like all over our chat, man. And
Yeah, I mean, like,
And
you have our information, Jeff. I mean, you have our information.
I have your information.
you put La La Land as one of our top 4 favorite movies on fucking Entertainment Champions Letterboxd, and nobody disagreed because we agree.
You've been holding
you
out.
didn't share this information.
You've been
yes.
holding out.
I didn't
You
know-
done
I honestly
messed
didn't know
up,
what else to
Jeff.
put. I was like, what films should represent our letterbox? And I was like, we all love this movie. We definitely all love this movie. We all love this movie. Fuck it, La La Land.
Yeah, no, La La Land was
fuck it
was
choice.
a really good choice because it needs it. It needs our defensive. So.
Yeah, I can't stop listening to the La La Land soundtrack recently for some reason. I haven't watched the movie
I totally
since we
don't
saw
have it downloaded off of Spotify on my thing, and I don't listen to it while I can't. So
Yeah.
I haven't watched.
I agree
the
with
movie
you're not
since-
doing that all the time.
I haven't seen the movie since JD and I saw it at the Dallas Symphony Orchestra live or whatever.
Man, I have.
I do
even
need to
though
watch it again though.
When we walked out of that, I was like, "There's no way I can ever watch the movie again and be satisfied." That's a lie. Don't tell yourself that. You can still be.
And
satisfied.
I can still listen to the music and go, yeah, and just be reminded of our time at the.
Yeah, it
the
was
symphony.
great.
Man, that was amazing seeing
was
all those
great.
all those parts performed live. that
Oh
was
my
incredible.
god!
Even
we almost made out. It was magical.
We held hands a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Even the solo that Ryan Gosling's character has on the piano, where it gets really frenetic and jazzy.
Yeah,
the dude hit every note.
It off.
The dude played every note. That's crazy.
It is.
It's like fucking crazy.
It is one of those things where, as definitely like you said, as you're listening to the music, like I go back to that moment because I remember everything
and how
about
everybody
it.
lost their shit when he ended the solo. Yeah, it was such a great crowd to be in because it was treated not like hold your applause until the end. It was treated like this.
Yeah,
is just a
well,
movie.
he
Just
encouraged
clap when
it
you
like
want.
just applaud. Like this is not an uptight orchestral performance. Like
Right.
cheer when you are happy. It's going to make them do better.
Yeah.
Do it. Encourage them.
Yeah, I'm just excited. Damien Chazelle's doing. I mean, he's doing this astronaut movie as well, but he's still got his toes in the music water, I guess. And this one will also feature original music. It's not by his normal person that he does music with, Justin Hurwitz, who did Whiplash music and La La Land.
Yeah.
But it's still Damien Chazelle, who has a genuine
what's the
care
story
for
that
this
he
topic.
wants to tell that's like long form? That's what I'm interested in. You know, like
I'm intrigued by that too.
Yeah,
Like,
me too.
There's
like,
no
what
story
do you need to
synopsis
tell over
whatsoever.
9 hours or whatever. You know, like I'm very interested in that because he's such a very precise like storyteller.
Yeah.
There's almost no fat in his. I'm sorry, I'm so drunk. In any of his movies, there's no fat on any of his movies. You know, so like I just like. How is a long form story of his going to be told? I'm very excited. So.
I'm very, very
Fuck you
intrigued
for
by the
hiding this
entire-
movie, Jeff. This is
It's
bullshit.
very, very exciting. Very
This show,
exciting.
excuse me.
Very exciting.
Very exciting.
What do you mean you hate jazz? I mean, when I listen to it, I like it.
You know what he? You know what he
That
did?
makes my
You know what he
heart.
did,
I'm like,
right?
yeah, you suck.
I just love the explanation. It's very like simple and like literal.
It's when it's
What
on.
do you mean you hate jazz?
I just don't like it when I hear it.
Holy shit, it's so good. Oh man.
Don't make
All
me
right,
watch that tonight instead of other new things. Don't.
I know. I'm literally stuck right now because I have all these 2017 movies to watch, but I know in my heart of hearts that none of them are gonna like crack my list ever.
I know.
When we finally record that.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about my list right now too.
But it's one of those things where like I'm waiting for bigger releases to come out this month, like obviously Last Jedi, but Disaster Artist, I, Tonya, and stuff that I know could crack my list. And I'm.
Are we
sitting
getting
here on this, like,
wide release of I, Tonya this year?
Yeah,
Oh, sweet.
I'm pretty sure. I mean,
Okay.
I'll see
Angelica
that, yeah.
doesn't have it until
I'll see
January,
that.
but
I'm really gonna try. Like, I watched the entire Star Wars series objectively this time, and I feel like I'm a normal person right now, like really looking at it in a way that like a film, film lovers would look at it. And I'm gonna try and place Last Jedi exactly where it deserves to be. Not because like it's Star Wars is #1, which I feel like I did that for Force Awakens.
I saw Rogue One at the Alamo Draft House, so like beers, right? Were happening.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the greatest Star Wars movie since Empire. No.
Well, I mean, you're right.
Yeah,
It is.
I know, but like, is it worth saying that demonstratively without like an objective like
You're
time to
right,
think
you're
about
right.
it?
Yeah,
You know?
you're right.
Like I felt wrong and sacrilegious for not giving.
Well,
it an
yeah, and
objective.
I'm really like, I'm gonna go in. I'm not gonna let like anything disrupt my hype for Last Jedi, but I'm gonna place it properly this year.
Cool.
So if it ends up being at number one, just believe that like that's the one I truly love this year the most. Like, if it
I
ends
can
up
tell-
top
Good
eight
for
and
you,
y'all are
man.
like, oh my god, Kyle, you put it at 7 or whatever, it won't be at 7. Trust me.
I'm not seeing it until like the Tuesday after release, so
Oh,
I waited.
Fuck.
Dude,
Well,
hey,
I'm gonna
I
tell
didn't.
you, I'm gonna right whenever I see it, I'm gonna get on the chat and go, you guys, this is exactly what happened. Just,
Don't
Yoda
do
was
it.
there.
Sorry, I couldn't afford tickets on release, and now it's like, oh, cool. So I want to see that either at 11 o'clock at night on a Monday or in 2018. So I'm going to go with 11 o'clock on a Monday.
I think Jeff like told me immediately when they went on sale, like, oh my god, and there was
Yeah.
7 o'clock. Like,
Yeah,
showing
he
still
did.
low.
He mentioned
They
it,
were-
and
yeah,
I
they were already sold
still
out.
only had $3 in my bank account. So that was one of those tragic timing moments, but
Aw.
it happens.
Aw.
It happens. Whatever.
I'm seeing it late, so I'm gonna have to go home and catch a nap like an old person, like some old bastard, before I go to see it. Anyway, Damien Chazelle's doing a TV show, and that's literally the only sentence you need to say to me to make it number one.
Sure.
Again, probably not coming next year because they announced it in like September of this year, and Maniac was announced in January of 2016,
Okay.
and it's coming out next year. So I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's a stretch. It just depends.
It may be
'cause
a
I know
quarter
Chazelle.
one show of 2019.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, Chazelle is doing the Neil Armstrong movie with Ryan Gosling right now. So, and that is due next year for sure. So we'll see about this show, the Eddie,
Okay.
which is with a Y, not an ID.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that it takes place in Paris though excites me because there is a musical background there, American in Paris and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, it's interesting, including many cultures in this movie, allegedly. Anyway, so we're
Allegedly.
up to JD's dumbass number one.
Yeah, well, you already guessed it, so fucking announce it.
I didn't. It's a surprise to me.
Oh, okay. Well, surprise him. There you go. Surprise him, JD.
All right. Well, who watches these people?
That's
Huh?
how you're gonna announce it.
Who watches these people? Who watches them?
Oh wait,
People-
yeah, this is a movie we haven't talked about yet, and you and I've already brought up.
Yeah.
I'm way too drunk to problem solve right now.
I know that this is a comic book tagline that only the Nielsen group could measure and accurately convey. But I'll tell you who watches The Watchmen. I'm gonna fucking watch The Watchmen because it's on the right network. It's got the right creator behind it, in my opinion, David Lindelof, and we don't know a whole lot about it. I think I saw a fake picture of Dr. Manhattan on the movie group. I don't think that was real. Was that
Probably not.
real?
No,
Probably
no,
not.
no, no. Okay, that was a porn star, and it was not real. All right, and shame on you.
Well, okay, I didn't know he was a porn star, so kudos to you for being
You
weirder than
would,
me.
if you saw who he was, all the blue paint, you would know exactly that.
Okay, let me just say this: I have never gotten into Watchmen porn ever.
Me neither.
You know
Never.
what? That's the thing about Watchmen porn. It's the same porn as every other porn because it's the same fucking 7 actors that are
Gotcha.
prevalent at that time.
Gotcha.
Who watches a Watchmen porn?
Louis C.K.
Well, and that wasn't even a porn.
That's
That was just a porn star's picture painted blue with a third eye on it. Because I
That's
know
so
exactly what
fucking
you're
funny.
talking about. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
I
even-
saw it, and I'm like, "There's no way that's real." Like,
No.
come on. But yeah, I'm super excited for the show. I want to see where they're going with the universe and if it's going to be because I think they've said it's not going to be a rehash. It's going to be
a prequel.
a universe expanding. Yeah, it's going to be a prequel, right?
I heard it was a prequel. Yeah,
I don't care. Just put me back in that
I
universe.
have no idea.
And,
I don't know what that means. A prequel to the comics or the movie or
I think
What?
HBO
I'm
is
hoping
going to
the
be.
comics, dude. Please, just
Yeah.
the comics.
That's
when they're
fine.
in their date. I'd love that. Yeah, that'd be
That's
awesome.
fine.
Yeah.
Just give me good stuff. Give me good quality television with characters that I already care about, or that you like. Not characters I already care about, but a world that I already care about. Just fucking give it to me. And this is another one that I think I'm going to want to stay as ostrich in the sand as I can on it. Like, I want to know about it. And if
tell me who the cast is.
Tell me who the cast is. Good. But like, I mean, when a trailer drops, just show me as little as possible. Just show me what they look like. Don't telegraph anything.
If you show me a blue dick in the trailer, I want to watch the show to do that.
Blue dick. Yeah, seriously. Give me something to look forward to. God damn it.
Oh man, they did pick the right guy for it. I believe 100%. HBO was, believe it or not, they were talking with Zack Snyder about a TV
show. No.
And he did something else. He was busy fucking up the DCEU.
No, that's
Joss
they
went
Whedon.
with Lindelof.
Joss Whedon did that.
Oh right, sorry, Justice League. Yeah,
seriously,
Justice
League. Great. That's that. Seriously, you got to get that going in the movie group. Like,
if you can not seriously, because like a lot of Snyder fans will like attach to that, and we can make this a thing, guys. You know.
They'll call it that whenever they bring it up. Ever since Justice League, I'm not sure.
If you don't do this, Jeff, you're the hero that we never deserved. Okay.
Yeah, seriously. Not all heroes wear capes, but sometimes they do podcasts and drink drinks and get drunk. Yeah. So drink drinks.
I definitely drank way too many drinks because I'm definitely going to go out and start streaking after this. So.
Yeah, Watchmen is another one where I'm pretty sure that it's not going to come out next year.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I know. I mean, because part of me hopes it doesn't because I want it to be done right. I don't want it to be rushed.
Yeah, me too.
Flesh it out. But if it does happen to come as like a throw in at the end of the year, a December show or November, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, me either.
Why would you?
I know Lindelof is capable of making us, I don't know, look at these characters that questionable or not in a different light. Maybe he'll do a prequel one with original Silk Spectre and stuff like that.
That would be fine.
Is characters. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. There's not really a plot going on. It's just characters reacting to what's happening.
Right.
And there's not anything really happening. You know, like it's just so. Right. Man, I'm not trying to belittle Lindelof, but like that guy, like he does characters. That's what he does. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he does a really good job at like prolonging mysteries a little bit. But not to the point where you're like, dude, fucking come on or whatever. Like in Leftovers, it felt like just super gratifying when they got to the end and they kind of explained what happened.
He learned,
or at least where people went
from Lost. Yeah. I think he learned that. Like, you can have a Swiss cheese of a story and leave.
He learned that less is more, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He didn't show us shit.
He
just had somebody tell us what they saw.
30 other questions. Just answer the original question inadvertently, and the rest will take care of itself. If you have a good enough story, it'll take care of itself.
They purposely made it, all about the characters and how they're dealing with this, whatever tragedy.
The event was not the focal point. It was all the fallout individually.
Exactly. So Watchmen... I mean, him doing Watchmen, it has me super hopeful for that project.
For sure.
Yeah. That's a worthy number one, my friend.
Why, thank you. And it was format independent. Would have been the number one anyway. So, glad you guys approve.
Well, I was going to say, even if it doesn't come out next year, guess what? We can put it in our list for next year.
Right.
Or the year after that, 2019. Yeah. I'll tell you what's making my 2019 list of movies is the Quentin Tarantino one.
Oh, my God.
Manson one's coming out in 2019, so...
It's
and Infinity War Part 2.
It's going to be all late 60s stuff, right? Not just Manson. Didn't he say that like this movie is...
He said Manson's kind of like a setting, kind of like Inglourious Bastards. Hitler wasn't the star.
And
he was
that's cool.
There.
That's totally cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's way cooler than a movie all about Manson. It's just like Manson's kind of like, exactly like you said, the setting, but there's going to be more going on than that.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I'm in.
And I'm wondering if it'll be a fake history type thing where, like, at the end of Inglourious Bastards, Hitler gets gunned down, like, viciously, and it's amazing.
Yeah, well...
I wonder if there'll be a similar thing with Manson, where, like, I don't know. It would just be interesting if there was.
He gets stabbed, like, 20 times, yeah.
Who cares? Who cares? Manson's dead.
Zombie Sharon Tate, like Lady Stoneheart, comes back and is like, and you're like, wait, what?
What?
Lady Stoneheart from Game of Thrones. But
where did that come from?
I don't because Sharon Tate is somebody that he was responsible for murdering. So zombie Sharon Tate, in the vein of Lady Stoneheart, comes back and murders Charles Manson. Get on with it. That's so logical. It's going to happen.
You know what's interesting? While we were podcasting, because I'm totally going to ignore that.
Obviously,
Bryan Singer stepped away from making the Freddie Mercury movie.
Whoa.
He said it was for health reasons. So they suspended production.
Allegations are coming.
and it says unexpected availability,
Allegations.
unexpected unavailability of Bryan Singer.
Nope.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Allegations.
You think that?
Yeah,
because
100%.
Louis C.K. backed the fuck out from premieres and
100%.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that has to be it, right?
Wait, what's
Yeah.
going on?
Health reasons.
Bryan Singer has halted. Well, he has been forced to halt production by Fox on the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, the movie about Freddie Mercury, starring Rami Malek.
Well, yeah, don't we already know that guy's fuck kids? Like, I didn't know that was still a mystery.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said on the show, fuck that guy before. So.
Yeah. No, he's an official enemy of the
But it's funny
podcast.
Yeah.
in the movie group because it's not all over, Hollywood Reporter or Variety or whatever. It's not all over those websites yet that he does that. So some people are saying, man, I hope he gets well or whatever. Because all they said was that he was sick or something.
Okay.
So fuck those people.
I don't buy it.
I can't say fuck those people even though you have the internet at your fingertips. Come on, people. Like, just know better. That's all I'm saying. But I hope he doesn't come back, and I hope somebody else directs that movie because,
Yeah.
I don't know, somebody with musical sensibilities should be able to do that movie just fine.
And Rami is like a spitting image
Yeah,
of
Rami
Freddie
is
Mercury.
perfect.
In that picture, I'm like, holy shit, that's
Oh,
Freddie
yeah.
Mercury.
I was like, when it was Sacha Baron Cohen that was going to do it for the longest time.
No,
Until
no,
Queen,
no.
Queen decided against it. I was like, Sacha Baron looks like him. That's fucking crazy.
He does.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. But
But-
I just don't take him seriously.
Yeah, Queen that was like their say. Like, they were like, no, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Let's not put him in. And they weren't like, fuck that guy. They were just kind of like, he's not right for this.
Yeah.
And Rami Malek, though, even though he's like a shorter dude, seeing those pictures were just insane. And seeing some
So
of like the leak
insane.
footage
Yeah.
from a set whatever shoot, that was insane too. Like, it's, man, I just wish somebody else were directing it. Time to bring in Joss Whedon.
There you go.
Right. Get that mustache
Bohemian
out of here.
Josity. Yeah. CG had a mustache out
Oh.
with Henry Cavill's mouth for some reason. All right. So that's it for most anticipated TV shows. Next week, we're going to have most anticipated 2018 games. And then we're going to do movies after that. It's all about the hype for next year.
Cool.
The next two episodes.
Hype.
Hype. All right, so stay tuned for that. And I'm on Twitter at JeffWitty, WIDDY, and we're at EoC Pod on Letterboxd, and I have the same name on Twitter that I do on Letterboxd. So go find us there, and on iTunes, and Facebook, and, YouTube, shit like that, Stitcher. Go find us places, man. Let's chit-chat.
Yeah.
So Kyle's at sub-culture.com on occasion, and he streams at sub_culture on
No,
Twitch.
it's subcultured. Twitch, because we lost the underscore because we scored that name.
Yes, that's what's up, dude.
Yeah. So it's subcultured. That's it. You don't have to put any underscore or any space.
Oh, look at that. I went right to the channel. There you go.
Twitch.tv/subculture.
It's literally just subcultured
Yep.
now. No dash.
Super
just
easy,
subcultured.
guys.
Yeah.
It's super
Good.
simple.
You guys were following that domain, right? Wait until it
Yeah.
just fell off, or
No, Kimmy harassed the person until we got it. So,
that's good. Hey, you
That's
know what?
amazing.
That's even better.
dude, yeah,
That's even
Kimmy's
better,
a
'cause
warrior.
it means you
so,
wanted
yeah,
it
she's
and you
a
earned
fucking
it.
warrior.
You didn't poach it. You fucking earned it.
Yeah, no, we totally earned it, and I feel really good about it. We're resetting our numbers, but we stole Vikings, that person's fucking domain. So good.
Wow.
Or name,
That's
not
hilarious.
domain, but their name.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, stay tuned for more shit and JD's places too. I'm not ignoring
Yeah,
him.
so look, I was going to say, you're forgetting all the places, and I'm not. So just God damn it, man. I'm tired of being overlooked.
Hey, what's your Twitter? Oh, never mind.
Hey, no, I have a
Hey,
Twitter.
what's your
I have a Twitter.
personal.
It's letters and stuff at whatever, yahoo.com.
I feel you, man.
Oh yeah, that's right. Nazi movie lover. That's right. All right. Guy who loves Downfall for the wrong reasons.
Guy who was downfall.
Oh, Jesus.
Because you love Hitler. All right.
Yeah, okay, well, at least, whatever. I don't even have a retort for that. I'm
At
too
least,
drunk.
fuck you.
Yeah, at least your mom and stuff. Whatever.
Oh, that's great. All right, so we'll talk to you guys later, or see you guys around, or come listen again. Or,
Bye. 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 Bye.